Use of milk there. Hey, let me know. You got, we are back, Trey. Let me know if you guys are getting audio coming out of both speakers now. Set to mono. Just a little temporary auto glitch there while we wait for this game. We got audio out of both. That's good. Clayton, hey, man. Welcome. William Bennett, Bill, my guy. I don't know if it's Will or Bill. Where do you go by? Will, Bill, or Liam? Or William? And Mike. Why are the Panthers paying? I don't know. No, I do know. So I had called the Panthers holes all season. It's not that they're bad. They're a bad team. They're a very good team, actually. My concern with the Panthers going in was their ability to score on special teams, and we're seeing that here, but thank goodness they broke that. 25 in a row? Oh my God, that is yuck. Mason Kook. And that throws me off there, but their special teams just, they didn't do it for me. They weren't doing it in this series. Tampa Bay doesn't have a lot of holes. It's a really interesting chat when you think about those types of things. So let's go ahead. We'll pull up the Florida Tampa Bay game here while we wait. There you go. There we go. We got everybody on that right screen. So Tampa Bay, Florida is pulled up while we wait for New York and Carolina. We'll switch over to that when we can. But back to the question about why the Panthers are paying. The big kitties are paying due to special teams. That coaching change midseason killed them. Whatever your opinion is about it, it's a tough scenario, but that doesn't help having a coaching change midseason. Tampa Bay's big. There was two interesting points about Tampa Bay. If you were thinking about them going in, you could either look at the regular season. That's what I did. I had them ranked as a B tier team because you can't assume 82 games are wrong and false. It's a good sample size. The other narrative of Tampa Bay is very simple. Do you think that they were load managing, very like basketball term there, but do you think Tampa Bay was load managing going into the playoffs? Were they resting their guys, not playing their best hockey into the playoffs? And it turns out that is what was correct. So, here we are. Hey, Josh, Toronto put the fear of God in Tampa. We're seeing that now. I think Toronto might have been the second best, worst, third best team in the playoffs this year. And what's crazy about the Leafs, is the fact that the Leafs were 2 high sticks away from beating Tampa Bay. And I know those were controversial calls. We're not here to talk about the Leafs, but those were controversial calls because one was a phantom call, but you got to keep your stick below the shoulders. You just got to keep control of your stick. So you can't blame the rest for that. The fact that I think it was Kerfoot and I want to say Mikheyev. Josh, correct me. You're a Leafs guy. You'll get there. Kerfoot or Mikheyev ended up getting the double high sticking there. Yuck. Tampa Bay moved through. So Yamil, hey, hello from Tampa. We're having a blast. Of course you're having a blast. You're in Tampa. You're a Lightning fan. Beautiful weather. You got 2 cups. You're on road to 3 here. You got to like what's going on there in Tampa. Mike Michaels. I hope a woman is announcing so I can hit mute. You know what? I don't know. Mike, are you watching in Canada? Is that what you're watching? You got the Leah Hextall thing going on? Okay, it was Kerfoot. I know it was Kerfoot, Josh. Who was the other one with the high stick? There was 2 of them. The Raven, go Canes. So full disclosure in the chat. I don't have really any horses in the race emotionally in the Rangers or Canes series, but I got a win-win going on here. Number one, I'm a Jets fan. So if the Rangers win, we get a first-round pick for Kopp. I love that. However, going into the playoffs, before Freddie Anderson got hurt, I went over to my little betting site. Yes, they're everywhere, but I went ahead and I put it on the Carolina Hurricanes. I liked the underlying statistics of their team. I love the way their team is built. I love Brindamore. So I had the Canes going into this one. Then Anderson got hurt, and I panicked, and I put a hedging bet on Tampa Bay. So I have Tampa Bay and Carolina together. I always throw one over there in the West, so I had Calgary in the West. So those are the 3 teams I'm invested in, if you want to call it that. And then in my playoff pool, guys, tell me in the chat if you do a playoff pool. Me and my friends, we do a snake draft every year. So first gets the 24th pick. It goes back and forth. And I ended up taking 12 Carolina Hurricanes. Everyone left them alone. So I have 4 Calgary Flames and I have 12 Hurricanes. So I'm really hedged in on the Hurricanes here financially, but emotionally, hey, the Rangers provide us a first round pick. So I love it. Let's see who else joined here. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Big Rangers fan. And if any of you are wondering, if you see the guys there with the little logos beside their name, they're in the training category of the coach's staff. You can see that in the top left of your screen. So to Mick, to Kook, to Clayton, he's the Brown Tiger. We got 3 of our members in here. It's awesome. You don't have to be a member to join. We'll try to get to every one of you. These commenters are garbage this year. The only good one is John Forsling, but they seem to be not using him as much. Milk, are you in the States or are you in Canada? I obviously don't get the American broadcast, so tough to see there. Go ahead and see here. So we don't have the Canes starting yet. They haven't gone in there yet. No Canes, no Rangers. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about a few lineups here. Shout out to everyone on Discord who went ahead and threw those lineups in there. I really appreciate that. The morning skate seems to have them up too, if you're a big morning skate fan. Same as last game for Carolina, nothing to talk about there. New York's going to have to find a way to shut down this Stahl line and shut down the shutdown line. When Stahl, Niederreiter, and Fast get out there, they're monsters. They take away your best players all day, every day. But the fact that they have the last change means that this is going to be up to Gallant to go ahead and match against them. So that gives New York a huge advantage. So we got Kreider, Zibanejad, and Hedl as the first line. I like that. They're not going to take Zibanejad and Kreider away from each other. So you end up taking Vetrano out of there for Hedl. He's playing well. I like it. This spells depth for me from New York. Panarin, Strome, Lafreniere, American, Lafreniere, Canadian Lafreniere, Lafreniere if you're French. Panarin, Strome, and Lafreniere. Lafreniere needs to play in the top 6. He's had very good playoffs. This guy's first overall draft pick. You don't leave him in the bottom. So it's been rough, but I like where he's gone. And I love our boy from Winnipeg here, the Winnipeg Jets, Andrew Kopp, in the third line. Kopp, Kakko, and Vetrano. That's a nice third line. And Kopp continues to tell people that he wants to be a top 6 guy. And honestly, I think he's a middle 6 guy. No matter which way you go, Kopp is very valuable. He's very versatile. You want him on your game, on your team. Probably worth about $5 million a year at least. So if you want to have 3 lines, Kopp's the right way to put it there. Kakko needs, I don't know. I'm disappointed in Kakko as the 2nd overall pick. He's all right, but I see Lafreniere having less bust potential than Kakko. Unbelievable. Both these guys are playing where they're at. Vetrano there. And the 4th line, you know what? You throw out the Reeves line, they got to bang. So keys to New York's game right now, they got to bang. They got to throw bod. That is what they have to do. There's no question about that in my mind. Florida-Tampa Bay game is back on right now. We'll switch right to the Canes and the Rangers as it starts. Let's go back to the chat here. Milk, you're from the USA. I don't get to hear the American broadcasters, my guy. I'm sorry. I can't comment on them. Hockey broadcasters as a whole, I've got 2 opinions on broadcasters for everybody here. Number 1, if you're a local broadcaster, you should be pumping up your own team. I don't like neutrality of local broadcasters. So if you're local, pump up your team, be the good guys, talk about the other team as the villains. It's the way to go. If you're a national broadcaster, try to stay as neutral as you can, but don't be so safe. If something happens, it happens. We called it in the video the other night with Colorado and St. Louis. And frankly, I think Kadri's a clown. He ends up running Binnington. I didn't like that hit at all. It's cool if you like that hit. It's cool if you think it's incidental. I'm not here to argue that. It's just an opinion take. That's all it is an opinion take. I think Kadri should have been out of the league a while ago. I thought the hit on Girard was clean. I thought Girard's got to protect himself better in that hit just by the rules. And it's rough for people. Everybody wants the eye for an eye. So if you're a national broadcaster up in Canada, Kevin Bieksa is my favorite by far. He he says the way it is, and I like the way he is. He's unapologetic for his opinions, and that's the way it should go. He's professional. He's an ex-hockey player. Why not do it? So I wish announcers did that. So Milk, I'm sorry. America, not the greatest announcers. Canada, Sportsnet's not the best either. Excellent. Hello. Are we going to see the game or start it on the side? You can't see the game. We're not allowed to show it. If it's your first time live streaming YouTube, anyone here, you can't actually show the game, unfortunately. That's just it's just the way she goes. That's the way she goes. Copyright laws and stuff. So you're going to watch it with me. We can comment. We also have the coach's whiteboard. Throw a super chat in there if you want me to go ahead and write up a play or anything as the game goes on. I can draw it on the whiteboard here for you. I can explain it as they go. Mike Michaels, Canadian. I get CBC. Yeah. Panarin going to show. He's a bum. Mick. Brown Tiger, your favorite series is Calgary Edmonton. Whose isn't it? If you're neutral in this is there's dingers going on in there. New York could have won a game if they would have won a face-off. Kook, I agree. You got to win draws to win games. You see me talk about it all the time. Draws matter. Slavin is huge. Look, Slavin, I always say it's Slavin. I don't know. It's my, look, you got the Ukrainian hat on, the flags back there. It just is what it is. Slavin is always just what comes out of my mouth first. Slavin, he's been a monster. Someone called him an octopus. That was a great example of him. He's very hard to get around. The Rangers play scared, won't go into the corners. I agree, Mike. They got to start hitting more. I don't know why. Heavy team. I don't know why they're not doing it. Kopp, the only one that can hit a draw, Ash. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Kopp is, he's quite the centerman there. Remember to drop a like if you can see it down below. That definitely helps us spread the love. Kook, he's worth $5 million. They'll pay him $8 million because that's what they do. You know what? I don't know, Kook. The Rangers got really good cap things going on. I think they have about $65 million in cap. I'm going to go to it right now. Cap friendly. I really like where the Rangers are at in terms of cap space. Let's pull them up here. I can nerd about you. You found a soft spot there. I can nerd out about caps all day. They're great. Couple people have told me you can nerd out about hockey all day. That is true. I live on things like Hockey DB, Cap Friendly. Sometimes I just go there and hang out for fun. That's how much I like this stuff. Let's take a look here. They have final cap hit of $75 million. That's nice. Next year, what are they going to have open? $7 million next year? $7 million? That's not bad. I don't mind that. And that's with Kopp where he's at right now, which is $3.6 million. So they got some troubles. They got Strome, they got Kopp, they got Vetrano, all UFAs. Tyler Mott's a UFA. Here, let's bring it over here for you all. Good Canadian drinking Tim's. American, if you're from there, it's trash coffee. It's no better than Dunkin' Donuts. It just happens to be what I've got going on right now. Chat, keep chatting. I promise I will catch up, but we're on to cap stuff now. We're down a rabbit hole. Your RFAs, Capo, no problem there. He'll sign. Goche, no problem there. Nothing there to worry about. Defenseman, Justin Braun, I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, so you're trying to lock up a bunch of forwards here at the end of the day. Adam Fox, that cap hit is huge. He is worth it. Fox and Trouba together. So the only cap hit I'm looking at here that I don't like, I really don't like Jacob Trouba. I think $8 million is way too much. Way too much for that guy. It's fair market value for a free agent at that point. He's your shutdown guy, so having a guy like Fox and Trouba together on 1-2 is fine. I understand why you have it. Panarin at $11 million, does that feel like a lot? I mean, back then it didn't feel like a lot. The problem is he's not going to be done until he's 35. That hurts. That kills. Kreider's a great deal. Absolutely great deal. Zibanejad, number one centers always get overpaid. I think that's overpaid for Zibanejad, but to have a number one center, he scores a lot too. That's fine. Strome and Kopp are going to be the two big ones. So you got $7 million to deal with two of these guys. So you're only going to get one of them. I don't think any trades can be made. So Kook, we're back. I agree. That is going to be, let's go ahead. Let's move it over there. That's going to be interesting. All right, we'll get back to the chat. Orslin is the best. Thank you. Shout out to Reeves. Always shout out to Reeves. Winnipeg guy. He's fantastic. He's a big boy. Fun fact, I played against Ryan Reeves. He was very skinny back in the day, and then he got uber jacked, and he's a monster. And him and his dad are awesome. So is his brother Jordan. Nice guys. So he played on my team for a little while. Real privilege to get to play with as many NHL players as I did. List of NHL players I can think of off the top of my head. All 3 stalls. So got into a Donnybrook with Mark. That went well as could be expected. Mark and Jordan were on the same team in Thunder Bay when we played against them. They were monsters. Here we go, national anthem. All right. We're off to the races here. Now, my stream might be in front or behind what you're watching at home. I have internet over TV, so a little bit delayed sometimes. So you might see a goal before it happens. Throw it in the chat. Duck Donuts is fire. Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, man. Coffee in the States. Not the same. It's not the same. The coffee chains in the States aren't as good as up here, I think. Go Bruins. I mean, Canes. So Brown Tiger, fun fact about him. He's from the Carolinas, but he loves Boston. So now he's in there for the Canes. Him going to New York. It'll be interesting to see how the Carolina power play ends up working here. What you'll see from the power play as we kind of load it up, we'll go ahead, we'll draw our 1-3-1 here. So you're going to see a few Carolina Hurricanes in this pattern, and this guy's going to be over here as an outlet, depending on where you want it. Carolina's been working a lot from the top here. I would actually like to see them work it a little bit more from the half wall. So let's see if they go to the half wall right now. That's where I'm hoping they go off of. That's where I think they're going to generate their points is on that half wall. So if they're on a half wall, you have a lot of outlets here. You got 1, 2, and you got 3, and then you got a home run pass. So I like it coming from the half wall. One of the most challenging things here about a power play, people don't appreciate it much, is zone entry here. So New York does a good job trying to prevent it, but Carolina holds the numbers. Unfortunately for Carolina, they don't have enough puck support there on the puck, so they end up turning it over, and New York gets it out of the zone. There's another crack to enter the zone here. There's only 3 players on the far side. That should be Carolina control now. They widen the zone. They're going up to the top here. Ooh, nobody over to the right. You gotta shoulder check before you pass. Boom! Get wrecked. We talk about this concept here when we're watching a hockey team. We call it feet, then your brain, then your hands. So you want to make sure you're moving your feet first. He was standing still when he threw it over there. Then you want to use your brain, look where you're going. Then you want to move your hands. He used his hands before his brain. Puck ends up in the low corner here. They're going to move it. Yeah. Slaving up to the top. Here we go. Now they're going to get it down to the half wall. It's back up to the top again with Slavin. You got to be able to work off the half wall here. There it is. Over to the right side. That's what you want. Everything is going to come from that half wall. That half wall is where you want to be. We call it the shooter position. Just like we drew it up on the board there in the other screen. Don't shoot that. Don't shoot that. There it is. Good, good, good. Perfect. Amazing saves there by Shesterkin. The penalty kill for the Rangers here is quite good. That was incredible puck movement by Carolina. That's just good goaltending here. So on a 5-on-4, you really only want to make 2 passes before you shoot. Carolina was able to make 3 or 4 there. That just shows the talent of the Carolina Hurricanes. They're incredible. Just absolutely incredibly talented all over the roster here. New York gets back to even strength. This is going to be a hinge. Should have gone D to D there. Shouldn't have gone up to go backwards. Too much south movement here. Trouba ends up moving it up the half wall. Smothered in the middle of the ice. There's that 1-2-2. You can call it a neutral zone trap. You can call it a strong side lock. They're offside. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's get back to the chat here while it's paused. Coach D, would I be able to get mod? You could absolutely have a mod, Clayton. I have no idea how to do it. First stream in a year. Just an old man here talking to a computer. Old man shakes fist at clouds. Let's see if I can just right click on your name. Maybe I can give you mod there. Hey, look, Svechnikov, Andre, Evgeny, I call brothers by their names wrong all the time. You'll hear me call Jordan Stahl, Eric Stahl here one point or another. But I'm not a national broadcaster, so there's a large difference. The Rangers are giving up their zone too easily. The Rangers' defense are backing in across their blue line way too easily. They need to start stepping up at the blue line a little more. They're behind the net now. You need to take a couple strides here before you pass it. No, that's not going to work. You got to take 3 strides out from behind your net before you move that puck up. That's why it's coming back into the Ranger zone there. That's not great. Miller's got to start moving. Start moving your feet. Walk a direction. That's fine. That's fine. Leave it behind. As long as somebody's moving before they make a pass, that's how you end up getting in. Blind passes to the middle of the ice there by the Rangers. You don't want that. That's ridiculous. Put it deep in the zone. Slap up the wall by Trouba, not using his brain. They're just running around right now. Carolina's got him hemmed. This is what Carolina does so well. They just cause problems for New York in all 3 zones. They're incredible at doing this. New York shoots themselves in the foot this way, though, unfortunately. There's a way to beat this at all points. A lot of the game being played in a neutral zone right now. Okay. Home run passes. All right, you're out. At least you tipped it and you're out. One-on-one battle is fine. You need to have puck support here. There's your puck support. That's how you get it up to the wall, but no one's on the wall. You got to identify when you're changing. Again, they're using their hands before they're using their brain. Oh, just beautiful there by Carolina. 2-on-1 in the middle of the ice defensively. Take it away. Got a couple neutral zone hinges and regroups here by New York. They got nothing, though. It's just a dump in. Easy play by Ranta. Let's see how Carolina ends up exiting the back of their net here. You wait in front. You got to start. Okay. All right. That's all right. Gonzo into the zone. Shock that wasn't offside. This will be a face-off. A lot of middle ice tie-ups. This is going to favor Carolina in this sense. A lot of middle ice tie-ups. Great start for the Rangers, though, Kook. I agree. The boos begin. Is Florida toast? Is Florida toast? Florida's toast. They're toast. That's the end of it. There's only been 3 teams in history that have come back from this type of deficit, which is 3-0 in a series. So statistically, we can call them toast, but we got to play it out. Boston. Hey, Clayton, you remember that one, right? Boston ended up losing after being ahead by 3. Ooh, a sensitive subject. Do I think it's the 3-peat season, Matt? Too early to tell. Too early to tell. I told you before going into the playoffs, I had bet, Matt, I had bet on the Canes to win it, and then Freddie Anderson went down and I hedged. I went over to Tampa Bay. So the money's on Tampa Bay and Carolina. I switched to Tampa Bay after their dominating wins over Florida and over Toronto. I was like, oh boy, they've woken up. So they could definitely 3-peat. Brown Tiger remembers the Canes Cup like it was yesterday. Cam Ward was legit. Brindamore was a beast. I don't think Brindamore is going anywhere out of Carolina. I think he'll get a cup in Carolina as a coach. Kook, I don't know if you're in front of me or behind me. Carolina from the top shot there. I don't know if you just saw we're at 14:05. Shesterkin makes a beautiful save there on Brady. Love that. What makes Shesterkin so amazing is the fact that it's just an easy glove. They stop it and they get a whistle. So they lose the draw here. And it's just an easy glove. It's too easy of a glove. Most goalies would leave that rebound out. That rebound causes a problem here. Stahl gets booted from the center ice circle here. Still at 14:05. Niederreiter's got to step in. This should be his advantage. You had win. You have to win these. You can't lose these against a winger. He wins it clean. Beautiful move back. Hard regroup. High off the glass. I don't like that. Take a step. Don't just shoot it. Take a step, Lindgren. And he forces it around the wall again. Okay, well, they're gone. They get a good break here. Offside? No, stays onside. Very good. Lindgren's just throwing the puck around. I don't know why. I don't like defensemen that throw the puck around. Take your time. You're number 1 guy. Hey, Miller's back here. He's a horse. This guy's going to be a stud if he isn't already. Easy save by Ranta. No rebound. That's what you want. Pop out there, your number 1 draw man. So many empty seats in MSG. Mick, I don't think it's empty seats. I think it's guys up there getting some drinks. It's been a problem in arenas now. People hanging out in the concourse. Good for the arena revenue, though. Louis, what's up? Beetle draws first blood. Ash, what's going on, man? Love having you here and in the chats. $13.24 on your TV. Well, that's just the way broadcasts go these days. There's not much I can do about catching up. So I have one of those, our TV here where I live, it comes through the internet. So my modem actually connects to my cable box. We just have a singular solution. So sometimes we end up about a minute behind others. Aside from McDavid, Kucherov might be the best offensive player in the league. Okay, so we can talk about this right now. I like this topic. Who the best player is in the league is always up for debate. I think it's very clear that there's a top tier of 1 or 2, sometimes 3 players that are above everybody, and you can have fun debates on them if you want. McDavid's in there. Matthews is absolutely in there. You don't have to like it, but he is. Makar could be in there. Defensemen are tough, but he could be in there. As far as goalies go, Vasilevsky is in there for sure. And then there's players all over the league. I don't think you can take Crosby out of it yet. Crosby has just been nothing but dominant when he wants to play. But then after, the top tier, and we can make the top tier as big as we want. It's no more than 10. It's no smaller than 2. You could have McDavid in your own tier if you want. But then after that, Kucherov doesn't make it into the top 10 for me. There's other guys I want over him. He's a good player, but he's just a winger. And I don't mean to say that, aggressively, but wingers to me are not as important as centermen and defensemen. To me, the thing your team needs the most in this order is you need a number 1 elite center, a top 10 centerman, top 10 player in the league to win a Stanley Cup. Then you need an elite defenseman. You need a top 20 defenseman, and I think a top 5 goes a long way. The gaps in defensemen are huge, and then you need a goalie. I actually have goalie as number 3, and I think Ranta is showing us this. So you can have balanced teams, you can have depth, you can have all you want, but I think you need those 2 players. The Rangers got it in Fox, that's for sure. That's their franchise guy. Massive hit there by Strome in the corner. I'm at 13-12 right now, if you're wondering where my game's at. The Rangers are so good at picking up rebounds around Shesterkin. It's not just Shesterkin in the D zone that makes them so good. The Rangers are just amazing at picking things up around Shesterkin there. Miller's going to go behind his net. Take a skate here. Take a skate, Miller. Don't pass it until you have to. There you go. Defensemen moving their feet. You don't want to pass it until you run out of room completely. Really nice zone entry here by Zibanejad. Truba just shoots a shot, almost kills Zibanejad behind the net. Keep that low, kid. Really nice back check by Zibanejad in the neutral zone. Couple hard strides. Reverse hit from Aho. Love those. Stick your butt out. Those hurt. Yeah, right back to your defensive partner. I really like defensive zone regroups here. When you chip it off the boards, we call that a reverse. The Rangers are doing a lot of standing still behind their own net to set it up. I'd really like to see their defensemen activating more and taking a stride or 2. You want to get skating before you move that puck, in my opinion. All right, so we're on a whistle here again. Kook says he's only 10 seconds ahead. Tigers' parents got stuck at the 4 overtime game till 4 a.m. That's what we call you got a full game and a bit. It's bonus hockey there. Florida's being outplayed. Yeah, Florida's getting crushed. Tampa Bay is all over them. Face off here. Really nice win by Carolina in their own zone. 11:58 left. This is what I mean by moving your feet before you make a pass. Really nice job by the Carolina defenseman taking 5 or 6 strides, waiting till he's pinched off, moving the puck up the boards. That's what you want to see. We got 56 current viewers right now. Chat rates 4, views 231, average view duration 418. Love it. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't hit a like on this video, go ahead and hit a like for me. Subscribe if you're new here too. 11:45 yet. Hard dumping. I love that. Thank you for the subscribe, Locked In Attic Studios. Appreciate it, buddy. First one of the stream. I love those wide dump ins there. They are fantastic. Trocheck line working it well in the corner. Svechnikov behind the net. Quite a talented player. Moving it up to the point. A little bit of traffic, but this is what New York does so well. You saw that shot right on net. It didn't end up getting there. New York clogs up the middle beautifully. Just fantastic in front of Shesterkin. Elite defensive talent in their own zone by the New York Rangers. They just got to figure it out in the neutral zone and in the offensive zone. You can see here we're at 10:58. Like they're on the forecheck already, New York, and we're now at 10:54, and Carolina's already taken it away. Carolina just in the neutral zone and in their own zone, outnumbering New York on every single puck. They want that puck. Big icing here. Shots are 13-3 for Carolina. My goodness. We're praising New York a lot for their defensive zone structure, but they got nothing going offensively right now. At least they're hitting this game. 5 hits this game. You got to like that. Carolina outplaying them right now. You don't have to worry about getting outplayed, though, 13-3 right now. This isn't a big deal if you're in New York. You just got to get the first one. Carolina, again, torching them on the draw. Just torching them. Doesn't matter if your centerman wins the draw. It matters who comes out with the puck. Carolina did there. They don't exit the zone quickly, but they're able to exit it on the backside. Reversing directions. New York playing with it in the neutral zone again. Too many D-to-Ds. 3, 4, drop passes. Stop this. Stop going east-west. North-south, New York. Wake up. North-south. Again, neutral fan. Just frustrating to see a team go back and forth so many times. You got to push it forward, team. Panarin on the forecheck here. You see what Carolina's doing with the puck there? I love that. They didn't just throw it away. Skate with the puck. Trust your body position to move it. That's why Carolina is so good. Not even the bread man could turn it over there. And if you've been on my videos here for quite some time, like most of you have here in the chat, you saw there that Carolina caused that dump in. Just, once again, clogging up the neutral zone, forcing them to dump it in before the red line. Zibanejad again. So now he's got some speed on the zone entry. Drive the middle lane by Zibanejad, but 3-on-3. Not enough space, 3-on-3. You need to add that fourth defenseman. That's a penalty. That's a penalty all day. Absolute hold. Lazy penalty by Carolina. Huge save by Ranta. Oh. Antti Ranta keeps it out there. He's been, what do you guys think? He's been lucky this series in some senses. Couple shots going wide off D'Angelo's leg. Missed nets that are open. Ranta's been playing great, but also getting some help from the hockey gods. Holding's never a good call. Never a good call there, Brady. That's not what you want to do. Lazy getting your stick caught up in there. Kook, great chance there. Great chance to score. So Carolina's penalty kill here has not been super strong. Visiting in the playoffs. Let me clarify. They've been super strong at home. They have the best penalty kill in the league. We'll see if they keep that magic. The first 2 games in the series, their penalty kill has been lights out. I see no reason it should change. But New York has a very good power play on their own. Clayton, thanks for shouting out the coach's staff. If you guys want to join, get more attention, you show up as green in my chat. I get to, you stand out more. We have little badges there in the top left. You start as a trainer. You can work your way all the way up to club president. I can even make a video for you depending on the level you end up signing up to. So let's go ahead. Let's refresh this page. Christopher O'Connor, don't count out the Canes. Their PK is strong. I am not counting out the Canes, good sir. Their PK is not strong. It is the #1 in the league. I'm just saying, as a visitor in the Boston series, they struggled. But this is a new series. At home, they've been amazing. Carolina lives and dies by their depth matchups. Yes, they do. Does Carolina have an elite player? Aho is probably the closest to it up front. Would I say he's elite in terms of the top 10? No. Would I say he's an elite player? Yes. He's good. After Aho, Slavin, definitely an elite defenseman. If people didn't know it now, he is now. There's no question. Ash, wow, I'm an idiot. I was watching game 1, wondering why I was looking at something different from your call. cash? You having too many Bobby Margaritas there? Ooh, Mark Giordano, 800K with Toronto. If anybody doesn't think Kyle Dubas isn't a magician of a GM at this point, yeah, the Matthews Marner contract when he was young, he got fleeced a little bit, but he has more than made up for it with his deals. His deals have been excellent since then. Unbelievable depth for Toronto to get Gio at 800. If this was the Calgary-Edmonton series, we'd already have 6 goals. Oh my God, head over heels. Wow. Shesterkin's going to get an apple here. No, he just ends up leaving it for Fox. Fox, we're at 853. Fox is moving it up. Zone entry here for the Rangers. You don't want to dump this in. Look, now you're on a one-on-one battle on the dump in. You got to send 2. Turn it over here, New York. 3 versus 2 on the wall. You got to pressure that, Carolina. Absolute pressure. Keep pressuring. Throw them all. New York's got it settled down. Now they need to go to the top. Fox is going to walk over. He doesn't make the pass right away. He's always walking the line. No shot. Zibanejad's got to dial in that sniper scope there. Beautiful shot by Zibanejad. Fox, he'll move his feet. Here's the thing that makes Fox so elite. You never see him making passes standing still. Watch, he'll make a pass standing still now that I said it. But he moves his feet better than any defenseman offensively. He's always moving his feet first. So deadly. Zibanejad on the half wall to Fox. Look, moving his feet before he moves it. Flat pass back to Zibanejad. That's a goal. New York Rangers goal all day, baby. And that Carolina penalty kill. Like I said, on the road, don't trust that Carolina penalty kill. They started off strong, but that New York Ranger power play is deadly. Jess, how's it going, my man? Clayton, they didn't get the puck out. They had a lot of chances to turn that over. They didn't do it. They got beat to pucks here. Look, this is what I talked about in the replay. Fox is moving his feet, moving your feet. Beautiful slap pass over to Zibanejad. He settles it down, beats Ranta short side. Nothing Ranta can do about this. This post-to-post save across the Royal Road. For those of you who are new here, let's go ahead. Let's clear off the coach's whiteboard. That's the Royal Road. It's a line down the center of the ice, team. So that line that ends up down the center of the ice, anytime you cross it in any direction, in any angle, when you're going ahead to shoot on net, it's going to be a deadly shot for goalies. That Royal Road is the most important line in hockey you've never heard of and never seen. Ups your chances of scoring huge. Let's go ahead. Let's refresh the screen here. New York's up 1-0. We talked about this shot count here too, team. We talked about the shot count. It's only 6 shots. You don't need that many. You just don't need that many. Fox is not better than Makar. Hey, you know, if I got to rank them, again, we're into tiers. I have Makar as 1. I got the babyface assassin, Charlie McAvoy, as 2. Unpopular take for a lot of people, but he actually ended up number 2 statistically this year. McAvoy is amazing. Fox is amazing. Makar is amazing. Young, up-and-coming powerhouse defenseman. I love it. Modern-day puck movers. But I think Makar's got the best chance to be the next Paul Coffey. That's a big accolade. Carolina's going to have to settle down here if they want to get back in this game 5-on-5. They just got to take their time. I think this first Rangers goal is going to open up this game. We should see more scoring, more shots. Here it is. Huge save by Shesterkin. Huge, unbelievable save there by Igor. What you all kind of witnessed was Igor popping out of his crease. So you end up having a Carolina player here, and you see that cross-ice pass. It actually goes across the Royal Road. We talk about it all the time here, guys. And because it goes across the Royal Road, Shesterkin knows it. He pops out and just makes a beautiful diving save. I love the aggressiveness there by Shesterkin. That is an elite goaltending play. That's how you take away a high percentage scoring chance. Unbelievable job, Kook. I've seen it once or twice. It's a big brain play. You miss it, the goal goes in. You hit it, you're a hero. Face off now down below. 6:55 left. Puck goes up to the top. New York's really going to have to figure out this face-off game. They really need to figure out this face-off game. They're getting torched on it. Doesn't matter, though, when you're up 1-0. So as we were saying, now that the Rangers are up 1-0, I think we're going to see more shots in this game. I think it's going to open up more. We might even see anywhere between 4 to 6 goals tonight. Maybe it'll stay low scoring, but I don't think so. I think Carolina dictates whether this stays low scoring or not, and Carolina's going to open it up. At least they're going to try. Very good goalie in net for New York. 6:15 left. Neutral zone regroup here by Carolina. They're going to do a hard dump in. It's going to rip behind Shesterkin there. Time you see a clapper in. Big hit on that dump in. Set play. Terrible D to D here. Now you end up with a 2-on-1. Zibanejad, beautiful toe drag. $8.5 million man almost puts it in, but Ranta with an amazing save. I think if Freddie Anderson ends up coming back, we actually do have a controversy now. I didn't think that a few games ago. We do now. Puck's out of play. Harry Rice, how you doing? Hey guys, if you don't know Harry Rice, another content creator, if you want some Habs content, head over to Rice's channel. Good kid, good dude. Bathtub Jim, Makar is so good at movement with the puck. Bathtub Jim. Some of you guys got amazing screen names. Amazing. Sonny Dini, hey, McAvoy is the elite franchise. Anyone who watches them know this. Hey, thank you. I agree. McAvoy is amazing. So is Makar. You don't have to pick one. Both are in the league. The Gio is confirmed. I love that. I think Toronto's got a great chance to win a cup in the next 2 years. Change my mind. I'm not a Leafs fan. I'm not. Hey, if you guys want to know, like, we got Leafs fans here. I'll tell you, when I started YouTube, like everybody else is a Winnipegger, you know, your favorite team is your home team and whoever's playing the Leafs. That's not true anymore for me. The NHL has turned more into the NFL for me. I watch all the NFL in full. Tell me what sports you guys watch in the chat, but I watch the NFL in its entirety, and it softens my view on a lot of teams. I like a lot of teams, don't like a lot of teams. It really depends on the players on that team, because Toronto's so exciting now. So exciting. So many good players. I become much softer on the Leafs there. The Rangers went almost 128 minutes between goals. Whew. Artis Urbe. Wow. Throwing names, blast from the past there. Brown Tiger. I love it. What's up with the water bottle incident? In KFC we trust. You know what? These are just players messing around with each other, in my opinion. If I'm Binnington, I am pissed at Kadri. And I think what Kadri said at the end says it all. Are you friends? No, I don't think so. If you lose your series there, you're not going to like that guy. You're not going to be his friend. These are humans. Like, everyone thinks, hey, professionals this and all that. They're humans. Some guy took my knee out like that, I'd be pissed. You know, if I'm Girard, am I happy with Barbashev? No, absolutely not. Was it a clean hit? Yes. Should it be in the league? I don't know. Up to you guys to tell me. Part of the game right now. Let's go ahead, check the stat board here. 7-13 shots on goal. Carolina hasn't had a shot in quite some time, it feels like. Hits. Face-off, 73% Carolina. This isn't going to help the cause. We're back. 5:45 left in. Carolina wins that drawback. Challenge with Carolina here off the draws. They haven't been able to do anything with it. They've had just nothing but dump-ins and broken plays off the draw. They need to find a way to generate offense there. Yeah, get your feet moving behind the net. Lindgren, thank you. Somebody skate out from behind the net and move your feet. There you go. Forced it up the wall, unfortunately. Telegraphed that all day, but at least we're moving our feet. Shesterkin. Ice. Nope. Going to wave that off. See if New York can finally get some 5-on-5 zone time here. The difficulty with New York is 5-on-5 offensively. They're terrible. Sorry, Ranger fans. You may not like to hear that. All the work's done on the power play. 5-on-5, they just struggle. I haven't seen anything different this game, but they're going to score here to prove me wrong. Big save by Ranta. Huge glove. Well, you guys will notice, like, I talk a lot about goaltenders, and you see the fact that his glove stays at the same height, same position. He's not reaching for it. It's not like baseball where you want to end up moving your glove. And I know I got a few ball players here, so, you know, talk to me about it. You want to get your body in position and keep your glove under you at all times in hockey. So you don't want to see guys reaching for it. I talked a lot of crap about Kemper moving his glove. Avs fans didn't like it, but bad glove. Terrible glove on Kemper. Got to hold it. Trust your angles. Got to trust angles. Rance is doing that right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. Go ahead, ring that bell. Free to do so. If you don't want to like, hit a thumbs down. That helps too. Ironic. Big save here by Ranta. No rebound again. Adore it. I adore it. Cooch with the dagger. Yeah, absolutely. That game was toast. Series is toast. Hey, coach, who are the Jets playing in the playoffs? The 9th hole. The 9th hole at St. Charles Golf Course in Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's their playoff battle this year. Not even a tough hole. If you guys don't know this, Amazing Kook's got a Twitter account. It's fantastic. Go check it out. I'm going to plug it here. Here we go. Let's go ahead. We'll pull it up here. Weird Hockey Stats. I want everybody here to go follow that on Twitter. Amazing Kook's amazing. He's got some incredible stats here now. You can see some of them. This is now the 4th time the St. Louis Blues have given up 5+ goals on 27+ shots this postseason. I'll be honest, I use your information in videos all the time, Kook, all the time. I don't have time to go dig in that deep, and I love people that do, so really nice work there. Go follow him. Follow him on Twitter. Back to this game here. Zibanejad's been all over the ice here. Best forward right now for New York. Just got to win a draw. Ice thick. With Point out in KFC West, we thought it would impact Tampa. I did too. I think Point is their best forward. I love Stamkos. I do. I think Point's that two-way guy that I want on my team, but Tampa's just too deep. Tampa's too well coached. And Tampa, they play a veteran game in the sense that they're not trying to do anything cute. They just do everything the right way. They let the puck move faster than the man. They use their position. They play for each other. They never panic. Tampa Bay is a near perfect team. Older they get, the smarter they get. Oh, Adam Fox. Unbelievable puck-moving defenseman. What a great move from the blue line there. Fox is forechecking down low. He's behind the net. That's all right. He'll slowly get back into the play. Got to start moving your feet here, though, Foxy. You can't get below the net as a defenseman here. I think that was a penalty. I know it's not going to be. D'Angelo's going to move this up beautifully. D'Angelo's such a nice puck mover. I think that was a penalty. Not called, though. I'm not the referee guy. Easy whistle here by Shesterkin. The team defense by the New York Rangers is huge. A little bit of pushing and shoving. While we're on pause here, I think scrums are ridiculous. I don't understand them at all. Just fight. I think it should be like the NFL. Once the whistle's gone, it's done. You touch a guy, you're gone. That's me. Let me know if you like the scrums. Matt's also a budding writer. So Matt G, budding writer here. Everybody here is on Discord, so if you're not on Discord, make sure you come join us. The link is in the description of this video. Louis, this might be a hot take, but Vasilevsky is the second best playoff goalie behind Waugh. I think no, because Brodeur is in there. Brodeur and Waugh are 1 and 2 until they're not. Brodeur is number 1 of all time. Yes, Waugh may have had more playoff wins. I know you're specifying it, but I think Brodeur is just that good. Vasilevsky is 3. That's a tough one. You got Dominik Hasek in there making a claim. You're going to have Carey Price in there making a claim. There's no question about it. Vasilevsky's got cups. He's got a claim. There's no question Vasilevsky has a claim. New York's finally getting some 5-on-5 zone pressure here. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left. They actually have control of the puck. They're going to widen the zone. When they widen the zone, told you I'd call him Eric. Jordan Staal on the wall. It's gone. Too defensive. Very tough to deal against that fast Niederreiter and Staal line in your own zone. You just watch Carolina on the forecheck. They're amazing at cutting the ice in half. And they're out of their own zone so quickly. Look at that, so quickly. Carolina is just so smooth. We talk about Tampa Bay being a perfect team. Carolina plays like they're a perfect team. They may not have the talent that Tampa Bay does, but systematically, Carolina is flawless. In all areas of the ice, all zones. There's not a weak point for Carolina. A couple places where they're number 1 in the league, but they're not below top 5 in any category. And they shouldn't be, not the way they play. Still think the Rangers are going to take this game, though. Carolina hasn't learned to figure it out on the road yet in these playoffs. Really nice save by Raanta, right into the corner. This is what Carolina does so well. Big scrum in front of the net. You'll notice there's a lot of cross-checking, but that cross-checking doesn't start. Oh, Natchez. Little bit of a Donnybrook going out in front. Strome wants a piece. Tempers flare. I love it. We'll see if there's a call here. He's pointing somewhere. It'll probably be both. Maybe we'll get some 4-on-4 here. Dennis Rodriguez, the Leafs give better opposition. Oh, yeah, the Leafs are incredible. Leafs are an incredible team. Out in the first round, the Leafs shouldn't do anything. Leafs shouldn't panic. Try to re-sign some depth, figure out their goaltending. Gio at that cheap deal. Dubas is already doing work. Leafs a great team. Don't panic. Hasek is greater than Brodeur? Get out of here, Rice. Get out of here. No way. Brodeur's number one. Luongo is not as good as Price or Brodeur in my eyes. Luongo's not in that conversation. Good goalie, not in the conversation. Vasilevsky's above him. Sean, Fox has to shoot. Walk that in on the right hand. You know what? Fox can do whatever Fox wants to do. I can't coach a guy as good as Adam Fox. He just sees the game differently. He's different. He's built different. I hate how common that is now. I'm built different. A few are, that's for sure. Fox is one of them. We're just too general with that right now. Shots are 18-10. Go ahead, get a little refresh here. 30 seconds left in the period. New York's just going to try to get out of this one. If I'm New York, I'm going to push the puck up ice. Now I'm just going to smother it if I'm Carolina. Edel didn't dial in that sniper scope. Tweak that twig, buddy. You can't miss that far and wide. You end up getting pucks in the back of your net when you miss far and wide. That's not what you want to do. 5 seconds left. Big shot on net. Ranta! Everybody fight. Everybody scrum. Cross-check him in the face. Hack the bone. Scrums. Chris Kreider, the man with the second biggest neck in the NHL next to Pierre Engvall. Both of them can eat the leaves at the top of the tree. Mika Zibanejad sells regular cigarettes on the corner. With hair like that and facial hair like that, Zibanejad is just slinging that tobacco. Not even wacky tobacco, just tobacco. Scrums are great. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get back to chatting here. It's over for Florida. Tampa Bay goal scorers is invincible. Zelda, how you doing? Eric Weena. Pytooch 511. I hope I said that right. La Morty. It's overused, no doubt. Thank you for telling me built different is overused, no doubt. Gross. It's just like people just cling on to one and they're good to go. Panthers gonna get the broom. It's been a while since I had Broomy out here. Absolutely been a while. Let's go ahead. Let's reload this. Go away. Brooms tomorrow. Welcome to the chat. Bolton for LFG. Let's go. I feel bad for Panther fan. I do. I feel really bad for the Panther fan out there. Like they're trying, but at the end of the day, Florida's a state. Tampa Bay's in this too. You guys win too much. Everybody loves Florida. Everyone wants to play in Florida. They love the taxes. You guys just get championships. Kooks found an amazing stat. Like I said, go over and join Kooks' Twitter feed. That's what you want to do. You want to join his Twitter. Let's pull it up right now. Twitter. 2 minutes ago. What do you got here for us, Kook? This is the first time in Florida playoff history where they had 3 consecutive games where they had 34 plus shots and less than 2 goals scored. I love it. Love your stats, kid. He's also got, this is only the 4th time this season the Florida Panthers have lost at least 3 consecutive games. Head over, check out our guy. We support our own here on this channel. Help him grow. He's only got 9 following. We got 63 people on this stream right now. Go over there. Don't worry about liking, subscribing, or sending donations. Go over. Smash a follow if you're on Twitter there for weird hockey stats and our boy Kook in the chat. Go New York, absolutely. Go Carolina too. Hey, I'm a neutral observer. Take a look at the Jets paraphernalia in the back. I just want a good series. Zelda says he's good. I'm just enjoying your stream while studying languages. I'm having a fantastic Sunday. I woke up this morning. I ran 3 miles. Did it with the dog. I got a lab. She's fantastic. Her name's Dallas. Then we went and got coffee, and we ruined our 3-mile run by eating 2 burgers. So lovely. How does a team get swept 10 million over the cap? Every team in the NHL is good, especially in the playoffs. Nick McDonald, Vasi with 4 straight 1-goal games. Nick, you are pointing it out, sir. That is the key. Vasilevsky, game 5, maybe game 6. Leafs fans, remind me here. It was 5 or 6. Decided to turn it on Roman Reigns God mode. It was done. As soon as Vasilevsky said it was done. It was over. Russ signed. Hey, Louie, Pittsburgh signs Russ. That's huge. What do you all think about Tanger not getting signed in Malkin? They got matching 3-by-5-year offers, and they said, no way, Jose. That's tough. I don't think losing Malkin's too bad for Pittsburgh, but losing Tanger, I don't know how you replace an elite defenseman like that, but also I wouldn't overplay him either, so no big deal. Kook, you want me to refresh? Sure, man. I'll refresh your Twitter feed. Kook's got one more here for us. This is only the second time in playoff history where a team had 3 consecutive games where they had 34-plus shots. We already read that one. We've refreshed it. Brown Tiger saying Kane's in 5. Wow, well, you're going to have to win one on the road here. Kane's got to win one on the road. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to end up getting through there. Lauren Darkin. It's all Vasi's world. We're just living in it. Absolutely. Hey, if you're new to this, go ahead, subscribe. It's free. Mike, we just want a Trouba Hattie. Oh, as a Winnipegger, Jacob Trouba. I know New York likes them. Everybody wants to go to New York. New York, New York. It's a hell of a town. I can't sing. But everyone wants to go there. Fox, Trouba. Unbelievable. Your 2 draft picks are playing on your 3rd line, and they're kind of busting. And 2 guys that just kind of crybaby away from their teams. I don't want to play in Canada. Blah, blah, blah. End up going to New York and make that team good. Not a lot of talent in that sense. Just living in the greatest city in North America. Did Dallas walk me? No. No, KFC. We trust. Dallas did not walk me. She tries to run with me. She's faster than me for the first minute or 2 because she goes too quick, doesn't pace. And then I outrun her. And we drag. Dallas the Lab, burger eater. Yep. She got no burger, though. Just me. Walevsky. Love it. Keep rewriting history. He may enter that Wabroder conversation by the time he retires, though. Game 6. Scissor HP. Scissor. Is your HP? I don't know. Terrible with names. Think it even matters who wins the series? I do. I think Carolina is going to give Tampa a run for their money if they get through here. And I think New York, if they get through, has a hot goalie just as good as Vasilevsky, so they can do some damage as well, too. I got to take a look at a prospect here. Oh, boy. A prospect I have never heard of. Where are you taking us now? Oh, love the troll. Love it. Thanks, Norchi. What would Trotz do for the Jets if they get him? Trotz automatically makes the Jets playoff team. Look what he did with the New York Islanders. Sorry, New York fans, if you're also Islander fans. Under Trotz, they overperformed to 2 conference finals. They didn't have the talent to do what they did, but they were structurally perfect. Just like what Carolina's doing here, except Carolina's much more talented than the New York Islanders were when they made their run. So Brindamore is playing with more talent and a perfect system. I think Brindamore and Trotz are the 2 best coaches in the league. No question about it. So I think Trotz takes them back to the playoffs. I think they could win a cup under Trotz, but they need to make some front office changes, some player changes. Todd Davis, welcome. Canes were one of the best road teams all season. WTF. Yeah, WTF. Playoffs is hard. Playoffs is very, very hard. That's the way it goes. Riley, heard something like 86% of all teams that win the first 2 games end up winning the series. Think the Rangers got them to buck the trend? Yeah, I think the Rangers could take the next 2. Tiger's excited for the Battle of Alberta tonight. He's a huge Milan Lucic fan. Milanimal. Anything Boston, he's a fan. The Oilers really like to give up good defensemen for nothing. The Oilers front office, they're just... You take McDavid off that team and they've made a ton of mistakes. I love McDavid. I love the people of Edmonton. I love the fans of Edmonton. But that group, come on, guys. Grow up. Get some depth. Sign some players around there. Stop making the moves you're making. Holland. Steven Undisclosed. Tampa Bay looking great again. Absolutely. Lauren Darkin. Playoffs is a different animal than the season. That's always the excuse. Playoffs is a different animal from the season. So let's just not play 82 games. Let's put everybody together in a tournament. Let's play it. Let's move on. The regular season, it gives you a lot of indication of what is going to happen in the playoffs. You just need to adjust for the additional intensity. So what you're looking for in the regular season is you're looking for depth of 4 lines. You're looking how quick guys take away time and space. Advanced analytics can tell you that if your eye test can't. You're looking for teams to get hot going into the playoffs. So the regular season matters. I don't like this whole like right off the regular season. The reason I think in hockey that teams end up winning not from first place like they do in basketball is because the regular season setup in the way the schedule works, the way divisions work, and the way the point system works does not actually lend to true first place teams. So example, the Florida Panthers win the President's Trophy this year, but if you adjust for overtime wins and you count those as a tie, or you count regulation wins as 3 points, overtime wins and shootout wins as 2, and then overtime losses as 1, Florida is not the President Trophy champion. So I think the standings at the end of the regular season are vastly skewed by the bonus point. How you can have a 2 points for a win, but 3 points on the line makes no sense. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So it skews the players. I think the teams that make the playoffs, they're the legit best 8 teams. There's no problem with that. The ordering is out of order. The teams that make the playoffs are correct. There's nothing wrong with that. So you get some weird matchups and you got to beat them all to win the cup anyway. But that's why teams from 3rd and 4th win the cup all the time. And it's the curse of the President's Trophy winner. It's not the curse. It's the embarrassment of how the regular season operates in terms of standing and seeding their players. That's my thought. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. They got to start bodying people. Michael, I agree. Why do you think the Panthers play so bad against Tampa Bay? I think they're getting out coached. I think Tampa Bay is the veteran team that knows how to play the little things well in the playoffs as you talk about it. Amazing Kook says, got it right here. The team that loses the first 2 games of the series wins the series only 37% of the time. Hot take, top 3 teams left in the playoffs. Colorado, Tampa, Carolina. I don't know who's coming out of the Battle of Alberta. I would have put Calgary in there for sure, but they're in trouble against Edmonton. Mark my word, that one's going to 7. Calgary and Edmonton is a carnival ride, and that is because Connor McDavid is that good. Am I going to be doing a Flames Oilers watch party? Maybe later. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to be pretty tired from talking after this one. Plus, I have 3 videos to make, so I got like 7 hours of work left. So I appreciate the ask, Neil, but no, not tonight. I also really enjoy just watching that game. But Neil, go to the description down here and join our Discord. I'm chatting in there all the time. You want to chat with me? It's kind of like a text watch party, if you will. 108 concurrent viewers. This is Banana Sandwich, everybody. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. That's amazing. Just, wow, that's a lot of concurrent viewers. Hey, if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't hit likes, please go ahead and hit that. If you want to hit the dislike button, go ahead. I dare you. Feel free. By dare you, it means I'm going to do nothing but continue to drink my coffee. I just thought it sounded funny and hilarious. A tasty snack. What a screen name. A tasty snack. Hilarious. The loser point inflates records so GMs don't get fired as much. I agree. We've read the same article. I can't remember what article we got that from, but I totally agree. It insulates GMs, but the loser point is for losers. It's not a bonus point. Nick McDonald. Tampa is a one-man team. I agree. Dark horse for the cup this year and next year? Wow, next year's too early. Dark horse this year. Edmonton. Edmonton's a huge dark horse. McDavid is willing his way to a cup. And Edmonton fans hate this. They cannot stand it when I call their team shallow. And what's really funny about it is Woodcroft goes ahead, benches his bottom five. And Oiler fans are still going, we're deep. Stop it. We're deep. I hate the narrative. And their own coach is benching their players. But McDavid, guy's a beast. Just a monster. Opie Boy, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the team. HGS Bam Jam. Flames Oilers is hilarious. Circus show, gong show. Oh, it's fantastic. Nick McDonald, only 52 likes. Get it together, people. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the shout out. Battle of Alberta is going to be classic. Look, if you guys aren't from Alberta, I don't think you understand how violent this gets in Alberta. Like, Albertans are another breed. I'm from the prairies as well, too. And when this happens, like I'm telling you, families break up. There are bar fights all over the place about this. I have seen Toronto and the Boston series. Well, basically Boston and anybody. If anyone has a rival in the league, it's the Boston Bruins. Like, Tiger, am I right? It's like, if you got a rival, it's going to be the Bruins. Very, very polarizing squad. I love it. That's why I love the Bruins. Me and Tiger, we both agree. It's fun. It's fun to cheer for the Bruins. The villains, as you will. But the Battle of Alberta is something else. It's something else. People fight in the streets over this. It's crazy. Crazy. I wouldn't go watch a game in either team's building with an alternate jersey. And I'm a 200-pound, 6 foot tall, like, I'm fine. I can handle myself. No chance. No way am I doing that. Did you all see the video when Tampa Bay was playing Toronto? And there was one Tampa Bay fan in the sea of it felt like 10,000 Toronto fans outside on the street. Tampa Bay won. He takes off his jersey and he walks away. Amazing. Smart call. A lot of fights in Toronto during that series. By fans, unfortunately. Oh yeah, back to predictions. Somebody asked me. So next year's dark horse. I don't think it's a dark horse. I do think next year you got to look at the teams that are up and coming and ready to go. It's boring. They're already in the playoffs right now. I think the Leafs out of the East, absolutely. I think Boston's going to have one more hurrah. I don't think their team's going to break up very much at all. Bergeron's coming back. Wow, a tasty snack. The first executive suites member. Yay! That means, as a member of the executive suites, which is the coach's staff, welcome to the staff. You do still start off as trainer, though. You don't get to jump the levels. So we do have 6 levels: trainer, scout, assistant coach, coach, GM, president. You, a tasty snack, get to ask for a video once per month. I will make it public. So you can pick any topic you want that's hockey related. You can clown around and ask for ridiculous topics, but not going to happen. Hockey only. But yeah, my predictions next year, it's got to be TO in the East. If I got to pick one in the West, I want to go with a California team. I don't want to. I don't like giving them a lot of credit at all. I don't want to go with a California team, but it is what it is. I think the Ducks could actually be a powerhouse in the next year or two. The Kraken aren't going to be. Vegas, I think they're done skis. They're still talented, but I think they're in trouble. I'm going to pick an Alberta team next year, and it's probably the Oilers. So they're my dark horse this year and next year. They're not breaking up. Calgary's in trouble next year. They're going to lose a lot of guys to free agency. James, how are you doing, sir? You've been here since the beginning. James has been here since we've had 100 subscribers. So thanks for being here, James. I always appreciate it. I'm having a great afternoon. I think the Jets will get things straight with their personnel. Trotz is the first start. They need Trotz. They don't get Trotz. That's okay. The Boer's out there. Vigneault's out there. Red Sox Yankees could be a worse rivalry, Eric. You were right. But again, just add a Boston team to any rivalry. Yo, Soapy, I am doing a live stream, my guy. Jeff, how you doing? You've been in the comments for a while. Kings, just say the LA Kings. I like the Kings next year. I do. You know what I would do right now? If I was Winnipeg, let's talk to Kings fans here. And James, you'll like this too. If Scheifele is going to get traded, I would make a deal with the Kings. I want Byfield back, and I want another player, maybe a defenseman, but I definitely want Byfield. You give me Byfield in a first, you got Scheifele if I'm that GM. That's what I would do. I think I can't say better things about Quentin Byfield. I think he matches with Dubois. Two heavy first-line centers at that point. Love it. Byfield's going to underperform. LA gets a guy like Scheifele in there. Watch out. Angela, hey, how you doing? Yo. If I'm Rod the Bod, Brandon Miracle is asking, what are you saying in the locker room right now? You know what? I've been in a lot of locker rooms with other coaches. I've done a lot of things. Every coach has their own style. Every coach has their own rah-rah speech. Everybody thinks there's a lot of rah-rah speeches. There really isn't. These are men. These are adults. They don't get the Netflix speech like you think they would. It works great on kids, though. 12 to 15 in that age, the rah-rahs work well. I think Rod's just telling his team that they're playing well. I think he's being very calm about it. I think there's a lot of X's and O's going on with Rod. I think he's asking players to hold themselves individually accountable in the offensive zone. I think he's telling them to tighten up in the offensive zone. They got a lot of zone time, but they're giving up a lot of pucks in the offensive zone. So Rod's talking about that for sure. And then he's telling them just to stay with their game and play with their game. That's all he's going to say. It's just, I know it sounds boring, but he's going to say, we're playing a good game. Stick with it. We're out shooting them. We're doing what needs to be done. He's going to tell him he didn't like the second half of that period, but he's not going to say he hated it. Louis only hates the Rangers. Brown Tiger. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers to Tiger. I appreciate the $2 donation. He's already on our coach's staff. Tiger will tell you, tasty snack new to here. You get a lot more attention. I try to give everybody equal attention. So the way these membership programs work, I don't want to leave free supporters. Guys like James who have been here forever. There's tons of guys on here that have been here forever. I won't leave you in the dark. No way. Content will always be free, but you do get a little bit of priority access here. You'll get my attention if you need it here. It supports the channel too, so it's kind of a quid pro quo, but no pressure. No pressure whatsoever. So back to the teams that you end up hating. I mean, I don't hate a lot of teams. Just the Yotes. Just the Yotes. We got 1848 back in this game here. We're going to get back to the neutral zone clog up and the New York Rangers' inability to exit from the neutral zone into their own zone. See if the Rangers made some mid-game adjustments here. Big shot there on Ranta. Bad rebound. Bad rebound there by Ranta. A little bit of a fumbling puck, though. Look at Carolina in front of their own net, though, team. They are excellent at picking up loose pucks in front of their own net. Turnover here, but that is okay. Really good defense there by Slavin. Really good stick check there by Carolina in front of the net. That should have been a Rangers goal. It's not, though, because the Carolina Hurricanes are just that good at team defense in front of their goalie. They're that good. Definitely the best Ranger line going right now is the Zibanejad line. They're doing excellent. Huge hit there. That hit causes the turnover, but Slavin is right back up. Slavin, sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't do it on purpose. Not a joke. It's what's in my brain. Jarvie. Nice little dump in. Need a rider in on the puck. They're going to go ahead and send the third line out, as they should. Send the captain in the stall line. Oh, they didn't. The Natchez line. My bad. It's the Trocheck line. 17:45 left. Svechnikov moves it over to the wall. Pesci with a beautiful shot on net. The Rangers are no joke in front of their own net either. They clear it. I don't like the fact that they just slapped it up to the wall there. That's a panic. That's terrible. Okay, so the Rangers got numbers here. It's a 2-on-1. They got to take advantage. Look at this back check, though. Look at this back check. Ranger fans, I don't say this to be rude. Like, you're not playing for the team. You're not doing anything here. Like, we just watched the game, but If I am Gallant, I am furious that you couldn't capitalize on that. 4-on-1. You guys hear me say this all the time. Do not lay down if you're a defenseman. 4-on-1, lay down. You're screwed anyway. As soon as it's a 4-on-1, lay down. Domi's going to put it in here. Nope. Beautiful save by Shesterkin and the Rangers team D. They clear it out. Shesterkin, whistle. It's done. Easy. The defense on both these sides are incredible, team. It's just incredible. The details, the attention to details in front of their net is what makes both these teams incredible. But I'm telling you, the Rangers got to find a way to get through this Carolina Hurricane team defense. Beautiful dive over Shesterkin there. Unreal. True was always stuck on the ice, Kook. I don't know why. That guy gets shifts that are just way too long. The second period is tough. It's the long change for defensemen, but he gets stuck a lot. James, Ryan, would you be pumped if the New York Rangers get out of this next round? Yeah, I mean, if the Rangers, James, get out of this round, us Jets fans here, we're getting a first-round pick. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. What's a cross-check? I have no idea what a cross-check is. I have no idea. Hold on. Be right back. There you go. Look, boys, I got twigs everywhere. There's just $200 in sticks laying around. That's what happens when you play her. There, that's a cross check. Look, I can demo it. There, that's it. 2 hands, cross checking. Like, it is not a hard call to make, but the NHL loathes it. Oh, they hate it. You've heard me say why I don't complain about the referees a lot because there's no point. It's a waste of breath. I will complain about how the rule book is written and how the NHL wants to enforce it. And I only complain about that from a fan perspective because I think it doesn't grow the game. I understand it. A lot of you understand it being hockey fans, but most people don't understand it. I don't understand how you're supposed to grow a game when nobody knows what the rules are. Dallas, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Super chat. Can we talk about the Bolts for a moment? No point. Okay, we can talk about the Bolts for a minute. Thank you for the super chat. You get to jump the line if you have a question you need. Super chat will always get you there. No point being there for the Bolts, Dallas, is it's incredible what the Bolts are able to do, and it's because of their team composition and their attention to detail individually. Even when they lose an elite player like him, I mean, and he's elite. There's no question about it in my mind. He's a two-way player. He's their best two-way player. Stamkos is their best goal scorer. Kucherov's obviously Mr. Amazing, and Hedman probably their best skater. I mean, just unreal. Vasilevsky for sure. But Point as a two-way player, he's just a driving force. I don't like him on the wing. I like him at center. I don't like when he moves to the wing at all. I think he needs to remain center, but they like him on the wing with Cirelli for some reason. Who might argue with Cooper? But no Point, no problem. No problem. That team is too deep, and the team is too well coached. So I think Point's torn his hip. That's my opinion. Point's torn his hip. I hope he isn't. We'll never know. I mean, if you guys let me know in the comments, let me know below if you've seen any reports. I wish it was like the NFL where they told you exactly what was going on, but part of their CBA, you don't get to know it. Lower body only. I don't think Point's coming back this year. Did you see that open freaking hit? Yes, I did, Tiger. It was huge. What's Panarin doing, Kook? I have no idea what Panarin's ever doing. I have no idea. It's Panarin things. The Duke Tube, thank you so much. Let's go Boats. Boat parade for the Bolts. Love it. See, Clayton, you get it. Tiger, you get it. Panarin, he's being Panarin. It's just what he does. He's indistinguishable. It's hard to describe. Shot on net here. Shesterkin, big save. Out to the outside. Puck's in front. Carolina cannot get a handle on these bouncing pucks in the offensive zone. If Carolina could get a handle on these bouncing pucks, this game would be 2-1. They just can't. Testament to the team defense there by New York, though. Pucks are bouncing. That means pressure. Back in the Carolina D zone. 14:40 left on the clock. Ranta with a big save. Nobody. You're not going to find him over there. Carolina's team D is too good. Too good. Michael Hammonds, hey, I hate the Rangers. I don't hate anybody but the Yotes. Even then, I think that's just an on-running joke. Hate's a strong word. Kadri. I don't like Kadri. I can tell you that. Never liked Matt Cook either. Anthony Cirelli's underrated? For sure he is. Did Minnesota mortgage the future? Absolutely. And we have a goal. Beauty. End up checking out the chat. Look, it's the number one line. They've been playing the best this game. They earned it. They deserved it. Zibanejad line ends up beating Ranta. Ash, thanks so much, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. I know why I came over here, though. It's because the Rangers scored. Rangers scored. Ash gets happy. Ash gets happy. Ash throws cash. How did this end up happening? Very simple. Lost the stick. Losing your stick is just, it's deadly. Beautiful goal by Kreider, too. The 50-goal man. Just a snipe show. Rant is in perfect position there. There's nothing wrong with that. You lose the stick, you got to pick it up. He lost it soon, though, but like, if you take away anything from Coach here and Hot Garbage Sports, it's pick up your damn stick. You play hockey, pick up your stick. It's ridiculous. Dallas Goodman, Colton seriously stepped up. Colton's amazing. Colton, Hagel, Nick Paul, that depth, love them. All three of them. Ross Colton is a beauty. I'd take him on my team all day. One of my favorites. The Duke doesn't like the Rat. I love the Rat. I don't know why. I love Marchand. I like the Kachucks too, even though they kicked out Scheifele's leg and it was a super dirty play. Brady Kachuk, he's growing on me in the stands cheering for his brother. What a gem. Tiger is mad. He's a Canes fan now. 5 for Mika's goal and 5 for Kreider's. Love it, Ash. Appreciate it, brother. Adam McMunn, what's going on? Aho line gets beat again. Put your hands down on that, D'Angelo. We're seeing the replay of the goal right now. He's throwing his hands up. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You'll get a call or you won't. Stop complaining. I don't like when players do this, guys. I don't like the body language of it at all. I disagree with it fully. You just got to play the game. You can't worry about the refs. Put your hands up. Look at him. Just play. He'll call or he won't. Marchand, my man. Marchand's a franchise winger. There's no question about it. Nick Paul, North Bay Battalion legend. Paul's amazing. Aho, I don't know. They ended up getting beat there. I don't know if that's the Aho line getting beat or if that's more D'Angelo losing his stick. There's a lot going on there. I think that was just, if I got to summarize, I think it's just a good Rangers goal. Let's just call it what it is. It was a really good Rangers goal by line one. Sometimes offense just beats defense. It's just the way it goes. Louis hates the Bruins and wants to hate Marchand, but you can't. It's because Marchand's got a personality. Pick up your helmet, kook. A tasty snack. Love Marchand. See, like, the more I see Marchand's personality and what he does for the game and people outside the game, the more I love it. This is what I like about Marchand. Marchand is a dink during the game, and then after the game he shakes hand and he's a relatively classy guy outside the rink. I love guys like that, and he does really rat-like things on the ice, but he always accounts for it. I don't know if you guys remember the time when he was playing against Vancouver in the playoffs there. He ended up low bridging him. Sedin comes in, and I love the fact that Marchand just dropped his gloves. He knows he's got to pay the piper. He knows when he's got to pay the price, and he lets guys do it. He knows when he's wrong. And when he's wrong, he'll drop the gloves and he'll defend himself. It's the way it goes. I actually think Marchand follows the code better than most. Face off here. Got to update the score team. I'm sorry. Score doesn't auto update, but I think it's the best website in terms of just getting a nice, clear view for y'all. We called the Rangers this game before it started. We said the Rangers are going to take this one. They're talking about Hendrik Lundqvist right now, the best goalie that never won a cup. I agree. A lot of good goalies that never won a cup, but Lundqvist deserved one. Here's the thing. People always think about this in hockey. My team deserved a cup. Think about all the great teams. We can name 15 of them in the last 10 years. And who's won a cup? Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Chicago, LA, Boston, St. Louis, Washington. Did I name them all? That's it. Cups come in multiples. They come in bunches. Unfortunately, there's a lot of great teams that never were. The Rangers were one of those teams with Lundqvist. The Sharks were one of those teams. The Predators were one of those teams. The Jets were one of those teams. Vegas was one of those teams. Anaheim was one of those teams. The Leafs have been one of those teams. Big save there by Ranta in front of the net. The list goes on. Florida is one of those teams. A lot of teams that deserve cups and don't get it. It's hard to win. There's not as much parity in the NHL as you may think. The stats are there to trick you. Top teams are top teams and they win it for very good reasons. That's why they come in bunches. Salary caps do that too. Can't just go buy a team. 11:52 left here on my stream. Jordan Stahl's carrying it out of his zone. He's so smooth. If anything's going to happen here for the Canes, it's going to be from the third line, and it does. Just as I was, oh man. I wish I was a couple seconds earlier than that so you didn't think I was just calling it off the goal. But I was trying to say, if anything was going to happen, it's going to happen thanks to the third line of the Canes, the best third line in the playoffs. Yes, that's over anybody on the Bolts. Sorry about that. Cole, Polton, love that. The Stahl line is numero uno for third lines, and what a turn of events. Igor, you got to hold your post here. Backhands are tricky. Sneaks through this. What is with goalies and gloves right now? Everybody's glove is failing them all of a sudden. Can't blame Shesterkin. Okay, sorry. You can blame Shesterkin. That's a weak goal by Shesterkin. But you can't blame Shesterkin if the Rangers lose this game because of a goal like that. That's where I'm getting at. So a lot of guys, when you watch my videos, you'll see comments. People really love to defend goalies. It's that team mentality of defending your goalie. Your goalie can do no wrong. Disagree. Goalie is a game in a game. They're part of the team. No question. But they've signed up to play an individual game, and they want to stop every puck. They want to stop every shot. They make no excuses. Any goalie you hear that makes an excuse about a puck that went in, they say, it was tipped. It was this. It was that. They don't play in the NHL. They don't. They didn't make the NHL. No NHL goalie or top-end goalie will ever make an excuse for a shot. They think they can stop every one of them. They believe it, and they should. Carolina's face-offs just continue dominating. If Carolina keeps dominating the face-offs here, they're going to get a goal off the draw. Stahl line again comes back. Puck behind the net. Beautiful 2-on-1 here by Carolina. This Stahl line is just a force. Brady Shea makes that shot in front. Doesn't get through. That's okay. 1-on-1 battle here. Now it's a 4-on-1. Of course it is defensively. Canes will always outnumber you defensively. I hate the trapezoid for goalies. Just get rid of it. Let them play the puck wherever. You won't change my mind. I don't mind the days. They called it the dead puck days. Disagree. Juan Bruder created more goals than they stopped. All right, let's go back to the chat. Sorry, guys, I've ignored it for a little minute there. Just covering a little bit of that game, Tiger. Weak goal by Igor Louis. I agree. Tiger, your boys finally scored. Daniel, hey. It's Brass Bonanza. No excuses in net. Thank you, Soapy. I'm so proud of you for agreeing. 10:42 left. Neutral zone regroup here by the Rangers. They go north-south. That's what you want to see. Zone entry is absolutely broken up right at the line. You love that Carolina holds them at the line every time. Very aggressive at their own line, as they should be. Trouba ends up moving this puck through. This could be a goal. No, really good moves by Carolina in front of the net. Always very good net front coverage here. Aho is a G. Turnover here. See, okay, I don't know if you guys just saw it at about 10:20 there, that turnover in front of the Rangers net. This is my problem with the Rangers 5-on-5. Watch the Edmonton series. Any turnover in front of the Edmonton net, they're gone. They leave with numbers. The Rangers go backwards. They get the puck, they go backwards, they go too slow. The Rangers get the puck in front of their own net. They got to start pressing forward. As soon as you get the puck, you're on offense. Move your feet, move your feet. No, doesn't move his feet. Stand still, flips it to the middle. Whatever. Get a change. It's fine. That's not going to get it done in the playoffs, though, Ranger fans. Sorry, Ash. This could be in. Really nice save by Shesterkin there on the wraparound. Wraparound's low percentage chance to score, but I thought he had it. Beautiful save there by Shesterkin. Ash, that's got to be your guy, Ash. Shirky? Igor? Beautiful 2 saves there. Yeah, wraparound's not a good goal. Wraparound with backhand, though? That's a tricky shot. It's a very tricky shot. Hey guys, welcome. If you're new here, I'm seeing a lot of the same names, but if you haven't already, go ahead, throw that thumbs up. Little subbies, they're free. KFC with Trust, can I draw to play on the board McKeer style? What play do you want me to draw out? You want me to draw out a play, any play? Throw a super chat in there. I'll draw any play you want. Or be a member. Members don't need a super chat at all. Just ask. You shall receive. Hey, if my memory serves me right, wasn't Jordan Stahl a part of the cup winning team with Brindamore? That was Eric Stahl. That was Big Brother. 4 Stahl brothers, 3 made the NHL. 4th one didn't get there. Cold coffee. Delicious. Backhand stick nasty. Absolutely. I love the term nasty in hockey. It's great. If Tampa gets a 3rd cup, Corey, should Leafs fan feel better? Absolutely not. I don't believe in that. The Jets lost to the St. Louis Blues one year, and we all said at least we lost to the champions. No. You're here to win the cup. So this is my opinion. You guys can have a different opinion. This is total opinion. You don't have to follow me off the ledge here. I don't care what my team does. It's cup or bust. Cup or bust. First or last. I take the Ricky Bobby theory. I don't feel better about 2nd and 3rd rounds. I want to win the cup. That's all I want. Whether I'm eliminated in the 2nd round, the 3rd round, I'm just as heart ripped. Doesn't matter. Don't make the playoffs. I want the cup. That's all I care about. Tasty snack. You take the Kachucks or you hate the Kachucks? You take the Kachucks. I missed it before. Stahl family or Kachuk family. I take the Kachucks. That's a tough call. I think the Kachucks are going to have a more legendary career, and that's saying something considering what Eric, Jordan, and Mark have done. I think the Kachucks are slightly ahead of them. God, those are 2 hockey families. Hockey royalty right there. Both of them. Everybody needs to get out of Buffalo. Buffalo's a terrible organization. Organizations that are bad and don't win, there's very good reasons for it. NFL, NBA, MLB is different because salary caps, but hockey, the same thing. If your team can't win it and they haven't won for a long time, it's not the coach, it's not the players. It's the culture from the top. Something's going on with the board, the owners, management, whatever it is. I usually attribute it to the owner at that point. Nasty like Kadri. There it is. Getting me riled up, Paco. Rod the Bod could still play. Yeah, I agree. If you put Brindamore in the NHL today and you didn't tell you it was Brindamore, just put a jersey on him, he could still play. I don't think he could play for long. I think he'd get winded for a bit, but I think if you put him in a game, you'd never notice. You said pick out Brindamore, took all the names off the back of a jersey. Unless you're a super fan, I don't know if you'd notice. I believe that with a lot of AHL guys too. There's so many talented players in the NHL. I don't know if any of you have ever seen my takes or videos on this. At any point in time, there's 9,000 to 16,000 players somewhere in the world that could play an NHL game tomorrow. You'd never notice the difference. A full team, yes. One player, no. Rangers are working it right now in the Carolina D zone. Still to the outside, though. Totally to the outside. Let's go ahead. Let's switch this. I want TSN.com. I want to see a shot tracker. Let's get off the score. Let's go over here to TSN, boys. Girl. Look at this. Look, we talk about this all the time, right? We talk about the home plate. Here, let's draw it. Look at what the Canes are able to do defensively. Yes, most of the shots are in there, but that's just not a huge shot count, and it's spread out. It's not what you want. You go over here. Look how good Shesterkin is. Look how clustered those shots are. You love it. That's what you want to see. Like a good shooter, and there's Shesterkin again, flashing the leather. Confident goalie, as he should be. Absolutely as he should be. Okay, let's get back to the chat here. So in other words, the Leafs. We could all be so lucky to be Rod the Bod. What a monster. Rick Tocchet could fit one of the possible Jets coach. I mean, there's so many talented coaches out there, James. It's really hard to see what Cheveldayoff is going to want. I think you need to bring in a no-nonsense veteran coach. That's what this team is. It's a team of veterans. You need a short contract, 2 or 3 years, see if you can get over the hump. If not, then you want to change it to a development style coach. Gallant's actually known for being a development style coach, but his time in Vegas and in New York's been a veteran team. Alain Vigneault is an excellent development coach. Very, very good with the young ones. Made a cup run. Could be a good fit for the Jets. I don't think they've interviewed him, though. Shesterkin's like 6'1", right? Let's find out. Hockey DB is your best friend. Best website going. Love me some Hockey DB. About 6 feet, 6'1", yeah. Not the biggest goalie. Not the biggest goalie at all. Let's go ahead. Quick little refresh here. The information's not available this time. Thanks, TSN. Way to go. 2-1 Rangers still have the lead. Carolina arguably outplaying them. Very close, though, for a team that started off 13-3 in the shot count. Shots are close, 28-24 now. 31-21 on the screen above. Carolina's had some sustained pressure the last 5 minutes. Big shot from the point. Those aren't going to get through Shesterkin. Not that I don't like point shots. It's that you got to get it down low. You need to score right around the net. You got to get him moving. Or a weak backhand to his glove, apparently. Just be on the third line. Throw a weak backhand to Shesterkin's glove. It's going in. Really haven't seen much from New York in terms of zone exits. This entire series, they really struggle exiting their own zone. Really troubling. Good puck play there by Ranta. Love goalies that play the puck. That could be offside. May challenge it. Trocheck, great shot. Big save. That's a goal. Wow. You hit the net there. That's going in. Any other goalie in there besides Shesterkin? That's going in. Unbelievable this game isn't tied. Pick at center ice. Not sure how that's not a penalty. Yeah, there it is. Absolutely interference. Nailed that one. 5:54. Anderson gets healthy. Adam, do I keep Ranta in still? I keep Ranta until he loses. One loss. Even if he plays great in that loss. Freddie's going in. Freddie's an elite goalie. You paid him that money for a reason. You got to put him in the net. But if Ranta keeps winning, it's his net. Look at Fox, eh? That's not a dive at all. I'm not saying that sarcastically. That's not a dive. That's just one of those, oh crap! Does anyone remember back in the day when Mario and Lemieux dominated? I got a Mario jersey from that time. Fun fact, I love the Penguins when the Jets left town. Of course I did. Who didn't like Lemieux? And then Crosby after that was beautiful. Let's go back through the chat, see what else we found here. Bad penalty. Yeah, interference is always a terrible penalty to take. It's not what you want to do. Good penalties, when they talk good penalties, physical penalties are good penalties. Defensive zone penalties are good penalties. Francis was on that line. Ron Francis, what a player. Amazing player. Stevens, Mario, Yager line. Snipes Gaming Studio. Hey, man, welcome. The Rangers taking the next 2 games. Hey, I got the Rangers predicted taking this game. I absolutely do, sir. Snack says, watching Carolina reminds me of the Bruins. Carolina and the Bruins, we said this, Snack, in our playoff preview. Carolina and the Bruins are basically the same team. Only difference is the extra depth on Carolina. But the Bruins' perfection line, I think, balanced that out well. That was a really close series. The way they're coached, the way they play, the way they form, they're very similar teams. Tiger, do you agree? Bruins, Canes, very similar, near identical blueprints of each other. 70% chance the Rangers score on the power play here. I love the chance. Love the percentage. If you're wondering why I'm not facing the camera, so I actually have 3 screens in front of me here, 3 computer monitors all ready to go. I've got a spaceship of a computer. I've got a 100-inch projector here on the wall. I'm quite the nerd. Where'd the projector come from? It's the projector I used to use when I coached hockey. This is what I put up on the dressing room for the players I had. Weren't good enough to get a room with a built-in one, so we would fire it up and do video review. It's about this big, little pocket guy. Stopped coaching in COVID. YouTube took off. Probably not leaving YouTube for coaching. Not anytime soon. Not unless the pros come a-calling. Between the periods, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about a couple of the offers I've had. Some of the bigger teams turned them down, got a different job. Rangers not doing much here on this power play, though. Moving the puck, but just all outside movements. Not seeing anything that's threatening yet. Okay, you only need 1 on the power play. And by 1, I mean shots. You're thinking goals, you're like, duh, thanks, coach. You only need 1 goal in the power play. You only get 1, dummy. That's me calling myself a dummy. Trocheck just levels, staples Fox from behind. Again, what's a rule? I have no idea. Could have been a board, could have been a check from behind. Not in the NHL. Not when you're short. You're shorthanded, you're actually allowed to get away with more. Doesn't say that in the rule book, but culturally you can. This puck's clearing the zone. Ooh. Played around with that too much. Didn't like that. At least he got it out. Could have been a Rangers goal. Look at Carolina hold the line. Very, very good pressure at their own blue line. Very difficult for zone entry. Lucky bounce off the foot. Stays in. And it's out. Captain Stahl ends up chasing it back. Long change. Should be 1 change. 2 change for defenseman. 3 for Stahl. Top picked off at the line. That Carolina defense holds the line. 4:07 left. 13 seconds left in the power play. I don't think New York's going to get another setup here. Oh, spoke too soon. Big save. Nope, goes high and wide. Pucks that go high and wide. Good chance to end up in the back of your own net. Do not miss high and wide. One last chance. Lay down block. Heroic block. Stick break. Problem. Exit the zone. Problem averted. Mr. Svechnikov. Oh, Mr. Svechnikov. Freaking love that. Hilarious. Good team bonding. Lavin shoots it in. Beautiful wide dump. High slot. Rangers take away that slot fast. Love the Rangers team D. Ironic how all these teams in the Metro are built the same. That's what happens in divisions. Teams build each other to play against each other. Boston, not in the division, but feels like they're built for the Metro. Pittsburgh team defense, Rangers team defense, Carolina team defense, copy and paste blueprint. In the Atlantic, it's all gas all day, baby. All goals. That's what the Atlantic's about. Goals and goalies is the Atlantic. Team defense and penalty kill is the Metro. Let me know in the chat if you agree. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left. Keandre Miller is the best defenseman right now on the Rangers at exiting his zone and moving the puck down the ice. He's been doing excellent with it. If any of you ever wonder, statistically, this was the Anaheim Ducks back when Solani played that created the strategy where the defenseman would just throw the puck up the middle of the ice from their own zone. They'd tip it, avoid the icing, go into the other zone. That was an Anaheim Ducks staple. Never left the league after that. Copycat league. Carolina, beautiful zone entry here. You got to drive the middle there. Unbelievable. Do not curl away. Nothing drives me more bananas for players that when they won't go to the hard areas of the ice. I don't care what team you play for. Drive the middle of the freaking lane. Imagine if I was on the bench for this one. Like you could feel it. Coach here on the bench. Just, be giving it to him as he got off. Unbelievable. Turn away. Welcome to the playoffs. Drive the middle, get to the net, do your freaking job. Unreal. All right, let's go back to the chat here. Snack, unfortunately, that 30% kick through, that 70% chance didn't kick in. Kook, that's neat. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. I can feel it coming through. Chirps. Carolina modeled themselves after the Bruins. Yes, they did. I agree. Tiger agrees. Fox injured. I wonder. What's my NFL team, coach? I am a glutton for punishment. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. So, ugh, I know. Brutal. Driving the middle is dangerous. Yeah, well, welcome to hockey. This game's dangerous. Football is repeated hits, car wrecks in the middle of the field. Brutal game, but with only 16 games. But the NHL, I tell you, when you get caught the wrong way in the NHL, your career is over. I know it's the same in the NFL, but the speed in the NHL can end your life. You talk about that Girard hit, you go back to that. People go intent to injure. I'm going to tell you something. Every hit you lay in the NHL, you're trying to blow the guy up. Every time. You are hitting him as hard as humanly possible at that point. So you got to protect yourself in the NHL. You have to have eyes in the back of your head. At any point in time, player can end your career legally or illegally. And the best way I like to think about physicality in the NHL is the same way I think about it in boxing or in the UFC. People who say he's going out there to hurt him, do you say that in boxing and UFC? Yes, because the name of the game is to win the fight, but there's more technical aspects to a fight. But every punch in boxing and in the UFC is meant to KO your opponent. And sometimes people die because of it. It's crazy. Hockey is the same. Every hit is meant to separate man from puck. And sometimes people get blown up. They get hurt and their career's over. Very few plays in hockey do I find are just outright egregious. I think about Donald Brashear. Egregious. Bertuzzi, egregious play. Tom Wilson smashing a guy on top of his head. Unbelievable. That guy wasn't suspended. Egregious. Anything Kadri does, egregious. Very few plays, though. Very few. When Savard, Tiger, you'll agree with this as a Bruins fan. When Savard got taken out, egregious play. Ruined his career. These are the outliers, though. Everything else, clean. Most suspensions for hits, clean in my opinion. Hot take, I know. My neighbor's you're a Niners fan, Daniel. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not sitting here. I scream at my TV for 10 minutes after the Cowboys lose and I move on. I expect the pain ever since the Tony Romo infamous kick hold. I just expect the pain. Giants fan. Oh, the only team I despise, but it's okay. Daniel Jones is a bum. I love Kadarius Toney. Golladay is so smooth. Maybe the Giants are on the up. I just don't think they can do it with Jones. Snack, I would love the NHL to lower the game season totals. I would. They're never going to do it. They want money. If anything, it's going to go up. But if the game totals were lower, you get a more competitive game. As a whole, every game would mean something. That's what I love about the NFL. 17 games, every game means something. You got to play nuts out every time. My guy Jarvis! Fuck, Jarvis is good. If you want to know why Jarvis is my guy, I got the distinct privilege of coaching Jarvis in the Team Manitoba development program when he was 13. Never got to coach him in the regular season, but got to hang out with him for a month in the summer there on my squad. He was just a fantastic player, even better person. My type of player all day. Lafreniere going to the box, high sticking, terrible penalty. Control your stick. This could end up tying the game. Kid. Happens to everybody, but not a good penalty to take. Scott Stevens hits, they were legal back then. They'd be illegal today. Back then, I remember Fedorov getting dummied. The announcer saying, what a great clean check. Today, you'd be suspended. Goal. Great block by New York here. 21 seconds left in the period. Gotta love those playoff blocks. Blocks are always the right way to go. 8 seconds left. Easy zone entry for the Canes. Not good by the Rangers. You don't want to let them in your zone that simple. No problem, though. The Rangers clear it out. That's the period. Let's go ahead. Let's load what's going on here, team. Squad. So while we have a little bit of time, we'll go over the board here. So when you're killing a penalty, right? Like you want to make sure you got a PK guy here. You want to make sure you got a PK guy here. And then you want to have your D1 and your D2 You want to keep them to the outside. So we call it the dots, right? You want to keep Carolina over here outside the dots. That's absolutely key when it comes to it. But what you're really looking to do is you're looking for them to force a dump in here or do a little delay right near the blue line. And that delay is going to allow your team to kind of shift over and cut the ice in half. So you're trying to cut the ice into blocks this way on zone entry on the PK. And if you can cut the ice into a small zone like this, you can create turnovers. So that's the first thing you're looking to do is you're looking to turn it over at the line. Carolina does that the best in the league on their own PK. Rangers are good at it too. In your own zone, the X's are going to be your power play guys. They're set up in their 1-3-1. You end up with a puck on the half wall. And what you'll see is you're going to have a penalty kill guy in what we call the T intersection. Yes, there's a ringette line on this rink. You're going to have another killer right here. You're going to have another killer on the close post. Not far, always on the post. That's where you want to have them. And then you're going to have another killer here. You're going to end up with a tiny little box this way. And then what you're looking to do, as soon as you see a player cause what we call a back or a fumble, so as he spins around, you want your killers to actually engage in 2-on-1 battles. You actually want all three of them to move over. And you want to pressure the puck on the wall or on the side. And no big deal if that puck gets through. If they end up squirting it out through the middle and that puck ends up finding its way out there, no big deal. No big deal. Let him get a shot. It is what it is. Aggressive penalty kills are what you want. You want to be aggressive on the line. You want to be aggressive in your own zone. Let's go back to the chat here. Jones is a bum, kook. Jerry Jones is a bum. You know what I respect about Jerry Jones here, team? If you cheer for a hockey team, football team, baseball team, and it stinks, Jerry Jones is an honest man. He says, I own the team. I'm not hiring a general manager. I'm going to play fantasy football for real and I'm going to win a championship. And if I don't, oh well, tough luck. I'm the owner. I respect that. I can always trade teams if I want to. 82 game suspension, Scott Stevens, LMFAO. Love that. You don't think you can see my mouse on the board? Is it not going up? Guys, is the coloring not going up as I draw? Do you not end up seeing anything on the board when I'm messing around with it? Let me know in the chat. I'll have to adjust. But it should be screen sharing. It's on my screen, so it should come to your screen. Let me know if the purple ends up going through. Can't see my lines, eh? What about these lines? See those ones? Drawing them everywhere now. Weird. What a weird world. How about this? Let's move this over. How about there? Weird. Guys, it's so weird. This picks it up on OBS all the time. Okay, so you say yes. So it's on the second screen, no problem. Here, I'll draw for you again. Beauty. Beauty. Something's going on with my third screen. I don't know why. Bananas. So anyways, all I was talking about on the kill here, if you're a killer, it doesn't matter if you're Rangers, you're Carolina, you want to go ahead and the killers are going to be the O's. You want to have your two forwards staggered on the line and you want to have your two defensemen kind of right at the dots on the line or just outside the line. And what you're trying to force them to do is you're trying to cut them off into these two zones here in the box as penalty killers. So you're trying to draw some type of angle where you end up cutting them off into a very tiny zone like this and force a dump in. That is what you're trying to do on the kill. You do not want to let guys carry the zone on the kill. If they can carry the zone, that ends up causing a goal. And what you want to do on the power play here, the power play, you're always going to have a player here on the wall. Power play will be X. You're going to have a puck carrier that ends up breaking out from down here. That's going to be X as well too. And then you're going to have another guy over here on this blue line. And what they end up doing is they end up crossing. That crossing is going to give you room. It's very key. Some teams do this as well too. Some teams actually stack two on the same wall and they double cross. And the reason they want to cross is that actually ends up opening up a ton of ice for your puck carrier here. So it's an interesting game of chess. When you're playing this, you can only see the left side. Yeah, whatever. Left side is best. Left shark. All right, if you can only see the left, no problem. I think I get it now. My right screen is frozen. It's frozen. Not sure how to change that. It's just gonna live that way. But on the left screen here, all you're looking for is your power play to able to carry that zone. That's it. The whole battle of power play and penalty kill is force them to dump it in if you're on the kill and carry the zone if you're on the power play. Those are the strategies you're looking for. And what you end up noticing is the two key on the power play is by crossing zones, you end up pulling these guys with you and you leave all this zone over here available for them to skate through. That's awesome. Reboot. I don't want to reboot the whole stream though. I already did that before, Adam. Let's see if we can get a bit of a pop-up here. Right screen. Bye-bye, right screen. Media source. Right side screen, let's add it back in. Doo-doo-doo. All right, we'll see if that ends up popping back. Looks like it's popping back. You guys let me know if it's back. Damn, what's going on? A Mets fan. I love it. Greg, welcome. I did create a new screen in OBS. Thank you, Euro. You're my best. You grum, LOL? I don't know. Terrible at that. But it looks like it's coming back. My screen is showing that it's coming back on. So let me know if my right screen is now popped up the coach's board. And can you read all these squiggles? Tony D is the most hated, loved guy I've ever seen in Carolina. Yes, that is Tony D'Angelo. That is Tony D'Angelo in a long shot. If the rumors are true about Tony D'Angelo, and him being less than, let's call it polite to K'Andre Miller, he's kind of a dick. Absolutely kind of a dick. I don't have a lot of time for guys that don't support their teammates, especially due to reasons about how they look. That's ridiculous. So there was definitely some beef there in New York, and they ended up booting out D'Angelo. The win for Carolina in terms of picking up a good player. Hopefully D'Angelo can mature a little bit in his own brain. Carolina in 4. Book it. All right. We'll book it. We'll see. I have New York in this game. When we go ahead, we come over to here, we take a look at the shot count. You can see it. Just take a look at this home plate here for New York. Not a ton of shots within that home plate right now. You go over to Carolina, and this is the Shesterkin show, baby. Deadly, deadly chances. Let's over here to our favorite site. This is the best. I love this site. Natural Stat Trick. You could live off this site. Hockey DB, Natural Stat Trick. Huge. Canes Rangers right now deserve to win-o-meter. Take a look. Canes Corsi. Unbelievable. Fenwick, if any is wondering what Fenwick is, it's a cute way to say Corsi. Corsi's fine. Corsi's are shots directed towards the net or against your net. Fenwick is a way that takes into account block shots and more stuff. I think Corsi's fine. Fenwick can go away. It's something that doesn't need to be counted. Shots, 32-20. Scoring chances, 26-12. This is the Rangers. This is where it becomes tough for the Rangers. They don't get enough scoring chances 5-on-5. I don't like it. High danger chances, 13 for Carolina. That's huge. That's massive. That's more than most teams get in a game. We're only 2 periods in. Shesterkin standing on his head. Carolina should be winning this game 3-1 by the advanced stats. If you take a look at it, they're not. I have Lollipop and Fire in the finals. So you got the Flames. Is it Lollipop Carolina? Who's the Lollipop? I'm too old for emojis. Not cool enough. BMO2 is cheering for the Rangers because he wants a first round pick. Jets fan, my guy. That's all right. Cheer for the good guys. That first round pick would be lovely. Yeah, what's Lollipop? Jared gets it. Hey, if you're new to the stream, can you guys go ahead and give us a thumbs up? Subscribe if you're enjoying the games and the content. If you're new, this is your first time seeing Hot Garbage Sports. We're not normally a streaming channel. Just wanted to do it today. We're a video breakdown channel, coach's channel. Go ahead, take a look at some of our videos. I think we're the best in breaking down hockey. When it comes from a coach's perspective, that is. Okay, Dominic, you got a question for Coach or the chat on the Kreider goal? Tony loses his stick, but it looks like he might have thrown it. I don't think the ref was signaling a penalty there, Dominic. I have to go back and rewatch tape. I don't think he was. I think Tony was looking for a penalty, but I don't think he was signaling one, because if he was signaling a penalty, the goal wouldn't have counted. They would have waved it off. Did Tony throw his stick? Probably not. No defenseman's going to do that. They're not total dummies. Cheers, Mick. Go get your coffee. I could use some, but I think we can make it through the next 20 minutes. Candy cane equals lollipop. Let's go ahead. Let's check over to moneypuck.com. Let's see how the lines are going. Moneypuck.com is fantastic as well, too, if you haven't been over there. Deserve to win-o-meter, my favorite. This is just a great way. It shows the same thing. Same thing. Naturalstattrick.com or moneypuck.com. They're just showing you it in a different chart. You like how I break things down? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that name if it is a name or if it's just letters. I only speak English and bad English, mostly bad English. Don't have a TV, so the closest thing to live play-by-play. I wish I could run the clips a little bit smoother as well, too, but I can't. Copyright flags it all the time. It is fair use, so there's no way they can take it down. I could win that one for sure. They could try. But I think I would win that one. Maxwell Worth, thank you for the live stream. Great content, gives me something high quality to listen to on my 12-hour drive. You're welcome. That's awesome. Where are you driving to? Don't like teams that win by injuring the team's others' best players. That's hockey. That's the way it goes. $30 money line on Carolina. I got a lot on Carolina. Hey, if you guys are, if you're new to it, you got your favorite betting site, that's great. But I am actually sponsored by BetUS.com. So if you want to try something new, I play on like 5 of them. I just chase the free play. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Free money is the way to go. If you head over to BetUS.com, use code HGS, link below, you get a 125% deposit bonus. So I've been living off my free play for quite some time. I love free play. You're welcome, Dominic. No worries. Shevin looks familiar. Mike, New York Rangers for life. There's fair use, and then there are major networks that pay YouTube and other platforms to stop fair use disguise. Yeah, I totally agree with you. They are big, powerful corporations that are, I believe, illegally hitting people with copyrights that are fair use. They shouldn't be doing that. The gaming industry doesn't do it. The movie industry is starting to try to do it. TV shows like Halo are trying to do it. It's bull. Absolute bull. Driving back to New England from Pittsburgh, that's a beautiful drive. I love the upper Northeast. Tice, what's going on? Just flew from Raleigh back home to Denver, went to Game 7. Always jealous of the Americans that get to fly all around really close in the upper Northeast. Lots of hockey, lots of sports, lots of places to travel there. We can't make those types of travels. There is no short road trip. Shortest road trip for Winnipeg to a sports city is 9 hours. That's to Minnesota. TV shows like Halo. Yeah, Halo's trash. Patrick, how you doing, buddy? You're back, good sir. Me and Patrick have good debates in the chats. It's the way that we go. He's a cool guy, though. I got no issue with it. I always clap back, though, Patrick. We're hot takes here. The channel is Hot Garbage Sports. What are you looking for, right? My favorite place in the U.S.? It's New York City. I love New York. I think it's just Manhattan's beautiful. It's one of my favorite things on the planet to visit. Would I want to live there? Probably not. It's not my lifestyle. It's too fast for me. When I get to New York, I get hungry. Like, I want to just grind. It's a grind city. I'm a business guy by trade, so I just want to get on that floor at Wall Street and just start crushing. Second favorite in the States is probably... I really struggle between a bunch. I love Vegas, to be honest. Vegas is so fun. What a great 3 days. You can do anything you want in Vegas. Anything. You want to race cars. You want to watch sports. You want to go for great dinner. I love Vegas. I like everywhere in California because they have the best weather. There's no question about that. Hawaii is just... If we had a Hawaii in Canada, that's where I'd live. I wouldn't live on the mainland. No way. Island boy. That would be me. Think that's awesome. There's a lot of great places in the States. Dallas is one of my favorite places to go as well, too. I've been to 34 states, probably about 50 cities, all 10 provinces in Canada. Other than Trouba and D'Angelo, do you dislike anybody on either team? So, D'Angelo, I don't dislike. I just think he's got attitude problems that got to be corrected. I don't like guys that do, the rumor mill of what he did to Miller. Trouba, I only dislike because I think he came to Winnipeg. He was a huge wiener since he was here. He just wanted to leave. I don't like guys that end up getting drafted by a team. They commit money to them and they say, I just don't like the city. Hey, I get it. You only get one life, but you're a millionaire. Suck it up. Kadri, I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. I think he should be out of the league. Outside of that, not really. I don't have a lot of guys I truly would say I hate, and I don't hate Trouba. I understand what he was doing, so. The Chicago Wolves are up 7-1 on the Admirals. Wow. I'm out of my Tims, man. I got no coffee left. I said I would leave and go get a drink or something, but maybe in a second here. Out of my Tims. The large double-double only lasted for so long. NYC is not the safest place right now. I don't know what to say. Winnipeg, you guys may not know it, but it's not the safest place either. The only difference between Canada and the States, honestly, when it comes to safety, in my opinion, I've traveled everywhere. This isn't to get into debate. If I get jumped in Canada, they don't have a gun most of the time, all of the time. Yeah, it's all of the time. So I don't really have that fear. People get stabby here. They do. We have gangs. We have our problems. We're not flawless. Who's going to coach Dallas? It's going to be Sean Payton. It'll be Mike McCarthy this year. Sean Payton takes a year off. He goes home to Dallas. Book it. Smash that one. Payton to the Cowboys, baby. Second period starting. Everywhere is in the safest place in 2022. You are correct. Everybody can just thank their lucky stars if you're not living in Ukraine. That is not the place you want to be right now. Slava Ukraini and Herom Slava. Glory to the heroes and glory to Ukraine. And yes, I am Ukrainian. Do I speak it? Poorly. 1945 in the period here. Carolina back on the power play. Aho, just a beauty behind the net here. Let's take a look at this zone entry here. They're going to enter it with 5. They keep control. That's what you want if you're Carolina, not what you want if you're New York. That's what we were talking about at the period break. You can't just let them enter the zone like that. No pressure. Carolina's got to get this to the half wall. They want to do work off the half wall. There it is. Trocheck off the half wall is where you want it to be. That's the side. You want it on Igor's glove side. Jarvis ends up missing the puck, ends up back there. Teravainen, beautiful shot. D'Angelo back on the top again. New look on this power play. Tony D is he's a nice power play quarterback. He can move a puck. We're back to the half wall. Too much playing at the top. In my opinion, you're not going to score from the top against elite goalies. When you're playing against Tampa Bay or New York, any team with an elite goalie, you got to work it from the half wall and you got to work it down low. You don't want to be working from the top on a power play when elite goalies are in there. See? Get that puck down low. Shesterkin, beautiful save, but that's where you're going to score goals, down low. Someone's got to go off. You need to get that second defenseman back out there. Absolutely wholesaled against the wall. We call it a yard sale or a wholesale when somebody gets just dummied because their equipment flies everywhere. And like a yard sale or a wholesale, everything's everywhere. Everything must go. There's some hockey lingo for you. That's why it's called that if you didn't know. Carolina's still keeping the pressure on 5-on-5. Loving what I'm seeing here from the Canes. Beautiful stick lift. Beautiful stick lift. That A button in NHL 22 is bullshit. Stick lift is the way to go. It is not the penalty button. Stick lift is key. Stick press cross check, useless. Stick lift, overpowered. OP. Not used enough. All New York's got to do is hang on in this game. I think New York's going to go more into a shutdown defensive mode here. I don't think they're going to push the pace, which is unfortunate. If New York wants to win the game, I think they should be pushing the pace. I'd be looking to score if I was New York. I wouldn't be looking to play hyper-aggressive team defense. Why, coach? They're up 2-1 because I think Carolina has just been hitting their net with so many shots. And then if you get one scored on you here, if you're New York, this game goes 2-2. New York's in trouble. Big trouble. Because it's very hard to get out of a defensive first mindset, letting all these shots in on your net and just turn on the offense if the game goes 2-2. So I like all gas all day, baby. New York should be pushing. Not stupidly. Just a normal pace in hockey. So far, it's been all Carolina, though. 39 shots to 24. Incredible. Incredible. Deserve to win-o-meter. Let's go ahead, reload the score here. That shot count up there. Trips from a sniper. Snipers are those in the stands that throw rocks at your players. They end up falling, not being touched. Huge hit on a half wall there by New York. Big bodies. New York's not laying enough hits, in my opinion. Where are they at? 20 hits. That's not enough. Not enough. Playing soft. Big boys got to throw big bodies, and that's the Rangers. Underutilizing their size in this series. It's getting too late for the Rangers to utilize their size now too, squad. Tiger, I think they're going to get it to 2-2, buddy. ESPN said the teams have both scoring chances. They're wrong. They are wrong. They don't even need their own stats, guys. Look, just go to natural stat trick. It's right there. 28-12, 13-7. What are you watching? ESPN. Did you know ESPN showed 24 nationally televised dart games this year and only 17 NHL games? I read a stat like that. I'm not from the States. I don't get the ESPN broadcast. Is that true? Not enough national ESPN hockey broadcasts? Paid a lot of money for nothing. Chat's gone quiet. That means this is a tense game. Mick, thank you, sir. Take another look at the Kadri hit. Kadri is 100% not at fault. Mick, I can tell you I've seen that hit 100 ways. And you're probably right. I think there's absolutely an argument to be made that Kadri is not at fault, but I cannot give Kadri the benefit of the doubt. But I will look at it. Thank you again for always donating, Mick. Member and super thanks and super chat. That's incredible. I'm going to pull up the Kadri hit, though, after the game. We'll talk about it if you stick around a little bit after the game. Highly doubt it'll let me show it on stream. It'll probably black it out, but I'll take a look at it with you. Remind me. Ash is back. They're on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus, a streaming service. In Canada, you need to buy 3 services to watch hockey. It's a joke. NHL Center Ice lets you watch local out-of-market games without a blackout. You need a subscription to a TSN if you are a Jets fan or a fan where TSN, our local version of ESPN, has the contract. That'll get you 60 games. And then you need a subscription to Sportsnet to get the national games because they've paid for that. So You either need cable and to sign up for both channels, and then you get both TSN and Sportsnet, and then you got to pay for center ice. I think that's trash. The fact you're not allowed just to buy a singular service like center ice and see it all is ridiculous. Beautiful save by Carolina there. Ends up staying in the game on that 2-on-1. Unreal. 14-15 left. The fact that hockey isn't easy to watch in the States or Canada stops the game from growing. Greedy short-term profiteering there. Puck to the middle of the net. Not going to work. Smothering defense in front by New York. Brady Shea with a dump in. Igor playing the puck. Love goalies playing the puck because it's gone. It's out. 1-on-2. Osborne. Thank you, sir. Big sub. Battle behind the net. Don't give him that extra shot. You can knock him down. You just can't cross-check him in the back of the head with that extra shot. Smart play by New York there. Not taking the penalty. That'll be an ice. Jarvis is playing so well. Jarvis is amazing. Steal of the draft. 13th overall. What a joke. $5 won't clear your contract, Smithy says. Oh, man. His momentum isn't close to the goalie. So, Mick, this is my thing, sir. When it comes to players and goalies, I think the player who's on offense has to take into account the goalie. He can't just play the puck recklessly. That's all players. Kreider's known for that too, actually. I get everybody has a right to the puck, but you also have to have an insurance that the goalie doesn't get hit. That's not how it's called. That's just my opinion. Not saying my opinion's right. My opinion's wrong a lot of times. I'll tell you when things are fact and things are opinion. That's opinion. But I will look at it, Mick, for sure. No question. Thanks for the DM. Mick's over on Discord. That's how he DM'd me. If you guys want to join, love to talk to you. Head over to our Discord. Link is below here. We have 200 folks over there. It's great. Not a toxic group at all. Is amazing. What's cross-checking again? No idea. Doesn't exist. What is goalie interference again? Yeah, also doesn't exist. Nobody knows. Should cover more teams during the season and my channel would blow up. Todd, I know it would. I only have so much time in my life. The playoffs has annihilated my life. 36 years old. Haven't left my basement. Too social for that. Friends, family, things to do. During the regular season, I'm going to try to cover more of the NHL as a whole. Playoffs is kind of the wheelhouse. I'd actually like to hire a couple people who have a knowledge of this game here as well. Grow it a little bit that way. Thoughts on the Battle of Florida? Tampa for the dub. That's what it is. Tampa has outplayed Florida at all ends of the ice. Absolutely schooled them. "100% society is trash." You know what? Here's my view on society there. Name I can't enunciate. Newest in the chat. I don't think it's any better or worse than any point in time in the world. I think it's just is what it is. Human beings are human beings. They can be good. They can be bad. They can live in the gray. It's what we do. Advice from Coach Ryan. Just try to be a good person. That's it. Try to be a good person, everybody. Try to listen more than you talk. Unless you're on YouTube, then you got to talk. I don't think you all sit here to watch me listen. That'd be ridiculous. Balkan, what's going on? It is whatever the ref wants to call. So if you guys didn't know this, you head over to the NHL rulebook. I've done this a few times. It actually says discretion 119 times. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. Here it is. Here it is. Let's pull it up. Tell me if you can see it in the chat, y'all. Control F. Look, discretion. There you go. 119 times. The minor and/or major penalty may be called at the discretion of the referee, plus assessment of what other penalties. For violation of this rule, the referee, at his discretion, Misconduct penalty. Any player who deliberately throws the equipment out of playing at the discretion of the referee. At the discretion of the on-ice official, should a substituting player come onto the ice before his teammate is within 5 feet of the player's limit of the bench, therefore causing his team to have too many players on the bench. Discretion. However, supplementary discipline complied. It's commissioner discretion. However, you get the point. The NHL is ambiguous for a reason. Hockey Canada, Hockey USA do not do that. Their rule books state very clearly what a penalty is and what it isn't. There's still a lot of discretion used. I don't think it would totally fix the NHL, but the NHL hides behind saying it is up to the official on ice. That's why you get no consistency. Game by game, call by call, official by official. I just ignore it. Because at the end of the day, you got to score goals to win the game. That's all that matters. Scoring goals. Scoring goals wins games. Defense wins games. Special teams matter. Jarvis almost gets his head taken off there. Little friendly bump. Love tap, if you will. 11:52 left. 2-1 New York. Shot count 41-27. Hurricanes dominating the game statistically right now. Just dominating. 30 scoring chances by them. Deserve to win a meter. 60% over there. For the Canes. Why are Barkov and Huberdeau underperforming in the series? Barkov and Huberdeau are unable to get room because they are being trapped by veteran Tampa Bay players that are cutting them off from certain angles of the ice, and they're trying to play an individual game, in my opinion. Tampa Bay has neutralized the best of the best. Tampa doesn't care if you're coming off the best season. Florida and Toronto fans are learning that. Both Florida and Toronto have what it takes to win a Stanley Cup. The problem is the Tampa Bay Lightning were in the way this year. Hey, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. Agreed. I saw the section in the New York Islanders game where everybody dressed as a referee that was blind. Too good. AFC West, that's a lot of discretion. It's too much discretion. Way too much. Big Canes. Fallen hero based legend. This is reverse game 1. 8-1 Chicago Wolves, I'm told. Beatles in the face-off circle here. Should end up getting torched. Face-offs, if you're wondering right now. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up the face-off count here on the Score app. Score app's the best app for your phone, in my opinion. You want to get a quick view of what's going on. 55% in face-offs right now for the Canes. Rangers come back. Ty T, what's going on, brother? Thank you for subscribing. Unless you're a sister. Ty could go both ways, but I'm pretty sure dude. Breakaway! Missed the net. Shooting for that corner. Standard rebound, Shesterkin. You're not going to score on that one. No way, Jose. Rod the Bod will prevail likely. I have Carolina in 6. Still do. No reason to change my mind, but I have the Rangers winning this game. Since game 6, the Bolts have stepped up their play. I don't think the Bolts have stepped up their play. I think Vasilevsky has become classic Vasilevsky. That's the difference. The Bolts were good the entire series. But Vasilevsky went into Roman Reigns mode. Game 1, the Rangers deserved to win. Absolutely, they did. 100% they did. Everything comes back to the average. So if the Rangers win this one, you're even Steven. Oh, the internet flickered there, Jess. Yeah, that's Winnipeg. You should call someone at the power company. The joke about that is, Jess, is I work for the power company. Only have one power company here in Manitoba. Manitoba Hydro. Great company to work for, by the way. It's why I don't go full-time on YouTube. 1, I'm not big enough. And 2, amazing, amazing job. Avs Blues series. Love it. That's old-time hockey. I love the Avs Blues series. And you know what my favorite thing about the Avs Blues series? Let me know if you're a Blues or an Avs fan on this channel. Both Avs fans and Blues fans think I hate their team. They think so. They're like, this guy is, every time one of their teams wins and I cover their game, this guy must be a Blues fan. This guy must be an Avs fan. This guy must be this. I love it. That's how fired up everybody is. If you don't just like parade out how great their team is, you must be a simp for the other team. I don't know how many times I got to explain from the Central Division with jerseys behind me. I don't like anybody in the Central but the Jets. Rangers behind the net here. Like I said, the Rangers got to keep the foot on the gas to win this game. I think the Rangers need an extra goal. As this gets closer, the 3-minute mark, it could come down to the empty netter, but I fully believe if you're the Rangers, you want to be pushing for that third goal before the empty netter. Avs Blues, best series to watch? Could be. I like Edmonton, Calgary, opinion-based. Blues Avs is vicious, though. Dominic, what if Trotz went to Dallas? Trotz goes to Dallas or Vegas. It is what it is. He might go to Dallas because they've got a good team down there. He wants to win a cup. He wants $6 million a year. That's what he wants. Then he wants a front office job. Kelly McCrimmon, Manitoba boy, owned the Brandon Wheat Kings, or at least general manager and president of the Brandon Wheat Kings of the WHL, went over to the Vegas Golden Knights as their GM. You all know that name. One of the best GMs in the league. He might get Trotz. Really good Winnipeg connection there. And then I cry, Dominic, I cry again, and then I move on. You never see me cry online. Mick, maybe wear a Jets jersey. That'll just turn people off right away. Hockey's a very tribal game in this sense. NBA, NFL, people tend to watch the league. In hockey, people tend to just watch their team, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Christ is a Canes fan. Chris, I called you Christ. Hello, Lord and Savior. Chris. Still a whole lot of time, I know. Mick, here, hold on. There it is, Mick. The Dubois jersey. I am banking on Mr. Dubois signing. Bold play. The authentic. The pro. There you go. I always got the Jets jersey handy. I don't know what you all think of this game, but I think this has been an excellent game. Excellent series. I can nerd out on defensive hockey all day. If I'm just casually watching the Edmonton series, that's where I want to be. Dog. Go up. You. That's Dallas the dog, named after the Dallas Cowboys. Say hello. She's very camouflaged, impossibly black. Here. There you go. What, you want to talk? There. Nothing, eh? Okay. Bye. But yeah, battle of defense. I like battle of defensive games when you're breaking it down from a coaching perspective. If you're a fan, you're paying money, you're a fan of the team. Yeah, it's playoffs. You're going to be jacked up either way, but you still want to see goals. Goals are where it's at. It's like a baseball game that goes 2-1. You want dingers, right? You want dingers. It's just, it gets you fired up. You want big hits. You want fights. Falcons started watching a lot more games where my team's just playing. I'm enjoying the great playoffs in general. That'll help you. Watching more teams in the NHL, especially outside of your division, will really give you an appreciation for what's going on. There was a lot of Western fans that took offense to me saying the East was a much stronger division. It's not that the West is bad. Like, that's not what we're saying at all. What we're saying is that the East is the stronger division, but it doesn't mean the West can't win the Cup. They got their teams, and if you have an easier road to the Cup, you could win it. It's only 4 games. That's all you got to put together is 4 games. So people forget about stuff like that, and they get really hyper-focused on their division, their team. They take a lot of personal offense to things because they invest emotionally a lot of time and energy into your squad, and you should love your squad, but watch a couple more squads out there, watch cross-divisional games. Really gives you an idea of what's going on in the league, what systems work. I get a little bit spoiled. I don't have to watch every team for very long. I would say it takes me probably about 15 minutes, and I'll have an idea of exactly what a team's going to be all about offensively, defensively, and on the power play. It only takes me about 10 minutes to really scout a player. And then you start looking for nuances at that point. So any good scout or any good coach is going to be able to put together 85% of what's going on in the game like that, like super quick. It's that nuanced 15% why scouts spend so much time evaluating players, especially at the National League level. Same with coaches. It's the details that matter. It's the law of diminishing returns. So to figure out that last 15% just takes an exorbitant amount of time and tape breakdown to get there. But when we're just talking on YouTube and we're talking about a team, you can probably nail 85, 90% of what's going to go on in that game just by watching it quickly. You're going to get there. 2-on-1 here by the Rangers. Lays down. Oh, Ranta. Everyone's not loving those gloves right now in these playoffs. Those goalies with the gloves. Yuck. Yeah, he checks his glove. Ranta looks at his glove. I don't know if you saw that there. 7 minutes, 15 seconds left. Is my glove broken? Your glove ain't broken, bro. You just missed it. That's okay. No harm. Goalies expect to stop those every time. We've talked about it. New York can't move through. Skating in sand again, but it doesn't matter. Every minute that ticks down, the likelihood of New York winning this game gets higher and higher. Remember, though, Carolina scored with 3 minutes left in game 1, I believe it was, in order to tie this, send this to overtime. Mick, I want to say hot garbage shorts. I'm not sorry. What would you be sorry for? You have nothing to be sorry about. So not being sorry makes perfect sense. You want me to okay, I see it now. I've looked up. So maybe you want to cover soccer or football and watch what you can. Hey, you know what? If you want to watch a soccer game, I'll watch a soccer game with you. You could school me on soccer. Football, like American football, we might be even, Steven. But you'd school me on soccer. I'd watch a game with you, though. I'm getting into soccer. I didn't like it before. I'm starting to pick it up, though. It's really sad. The show Ted Lasso and what's going on with Canada making the World Cup, these things make me want to watch soccer. Never been a fan, but I'm starting to appreciate it heavily now all of a sudden. I know, crazy, right? Check my DMs. Checking. Mick, you're a wiener, man. Love it. Absolutely love it, buddy. What's football? Well, football with a U is the sport people love. Football with 2 O's is the sport Americans love. Slashing call. Kook says this could be bad. Yeah, this is not the time. Mott takes a penalty. This is not what you want. Slash is a terrible, terrible penalty to take. 6 minutes left in the game. Shake your head all you want. Control your stick, buddy. Not a Canes fan again. Just, that's just the coach in me coming out. Look at this. Whack. Terrible call. Right out of his hands. Brutal. Lazy. And Mott's not moving his feet. When you stop moving your feet and you swing your stick, it's over. Move your darn feet. Not a complex game, folks. We'll see if Carolina can move it over to the half wall here. They need to. They need to get it to the half wall. They need to get it down low. Start doing some damage behind Shesterkin. Start moving the puck behind him. Not going to happen, though. Great turnover by the Rangers there at the line. That's what I'm talking about. D'Angelo's going to go for a skate as far as he can go. Then he ends up moving it out. Okay, now you got the puck down low. This is fine. This is where you want to be. And no, turned it over. Couldn't win a race to the puck. Rangers clear it out. Penalty kill the Rangers, no joke either. Very good special teams on the Rangers. Really makes up for a lot of their 5-on-5 woes. Both sides of the puck, power play and penalty kill. Special teams can make all the difference in the world, team. There you go. Now you're down low. You're working off the half wall. No, you go back up. Don't go back up. Carry low. Low, 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 low. Well, that's fine. We'll go back up. Don't listen. Good puck hold there by D'Angelo. Angle shot. That puck's going to go out. Quick whistle. 45 seconds. Carolina needs this draw. The draw right now here is super important. With 4:47 left, draws can actually win or lose you a game. We've broken down at least 15 goals in these playoffs directly off of draws. We've broken down 5 or 6 draw on the power play and you score. Remember, you score on the rush, you score on the draw, or you score on the power play. So if you can get a draw win on a power play, it's 2 boxes checked. When is Anderson coming back? Later in the series, I'm told. Mottman, I thought you were better than that. He did too. That's why he shook his head. Patrick, pro soccer game he attended ended 0-0. Like the old Simpsons meme. Center passes to halfback, back to center, back to halfback. Center holds it, holds it, holds it. You got to be old to remember that one. KK on the power play, taking the draw here. Big moment for the kid. 50-50 draw. Carolina ends up winning the battle on the 50-50 draw. That's a W for Carolina on the board. Ends up to the top. There it is on the side. This is what you... Oh, beautiful shot block. And you're gone. Shot blocks change everything. Always change everything. Great skill. Underappreciated. Carolina's only got 25 seconds to move it up the ice here. If you want to be New York, you should be hyper aggressive, trying to force a turnover at the line. They're not. They back in. That's the wrong play with 20 seconds left in the play. But puck gets held in at the top. Off a leg, doing his best D'Angelo impersonation, taking it off the back of the calf. True ball on the puck. Pass over his partner. Great kill by the Rangers. Mott gets away with that one. Anderson's only doing solo skating right now. Mick says thinks the Rangers are a playoff team this year because 2 things happened. Kreider scored almost everything he touched. He did. And Igor. I agree. Kreider overperformed this year. And Aaron actually slightly underperformed. Still a good year, but under for Panarin. Especially $11 million. But Kreider, Captain Tippin, 17 tip goals this year. Over 50 goals. Danny, just sub. Love the commentary. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get a big jingle that shows up shortly. I'm sure of it. Wow, Panarin took a shot. Chirps. Svechnikov, we need a lacrosse goal. Fun fact about Coach Ryan D. Lacrosse was my game. Box and field. Better at lacrosse than I was at hockey. I couldn't hold my own jockstrap in hockey based on how good I was at lacrosse. But lacrosse is a very small niche sport. Doesn't go anywhere. Super fun to play though. Both sides of it. Field or box. Great game. Wonderful game. All right, so we're here on commercial break right now. We're getting into it. This has been quite the game. Let's go ahead. Let's go check our advanced stats again. We know Carolina is going to be massively up here. There's no question about it. I mean, they deserve to win this game, but they deserve to lose the first game. This is why I use stats. Everything comes back to an average. So yes, it's only 4 games. Small sample size. Anything can happen in there. But stats will always bring things back to the equal. And if the Rangers end up stealing this one, the series count at 2-1 is appropriate. Even if they end up stealing it. We have 1,481 views, 78 concurrent viewers. Love it. See where our deserve to win-o-meter is going at. Let's go ahead, let it load 1,000 simulations here, going back and forth. If any of you are wondering how stats works, it just means that both these teams could win X amount of times if you played the game 1,000 times, but you're only playing the game once. Any outcome is possible. Basically a 50-50 game right now. Absolutely a 50-50 game. If you haven't been here before, I talk about this on my channel all the time. Just highlight over. I love this. Look, rebound shot on net, 24.8% chance of scoring, 83.6 chance being on net, 16 from the net. They talk about angles. This is a nerd's dream. X's and O's and stats matter in hockey. They're not fun, but they are required. Every pro team pays a lot of money to their analytics department to do these types of things. Dump in from Carolina. Hard rim around. Shesterkin's got to seal that one off. He doesn't. I wouldn't leave the net if you're not going to body check the wall, but that's fine. Igor can do no wrong in my eyes. He's that good. New York is just going to go into a prevent defense here now. That's not an actual term. It's a football term. We'll wait to see when Ranta ends up coming out of the nets. Too early at 3 minutes, but at some point, you're going to want to call a timeout and you're going to want to get your big horses out here for Carolina. I have a feeling New York's going to win this one with an empty netter, though. Their defense has been too good today. Carolina's thrown everything but the kitchen sink at them. Hasn't worked. Maybe try throwing the kitchen sink, see what happens. Tony D is going to regroup around. I don't know what Tony D is doing there. Now he's in trouble. He's gotten himself in huge trouble there. Why you got to move the puck, kid? Smothering defense by New York right now. 2-on-1s all over the ice for New York defensively. That is exactly what you want to see at the end of the game here. New York's going to tighten this up. Elite defense back there. Carolina's elite defense isn't what they need to rely on right now. It's their depth and their scoring. Tony D from the top. Shot blocks everywhere. Can't believe that got through. Shesterkin's glove is too good, right? Just one fumble on his puck, on his glove hand today for that goal, but for all intents and purposes, Shirky should have a shutout. I love these angles from behind the net here, right here. We'll see Shesterkin, beautiful puck tracking. You could see that all the way. There was no deflection in front. There was no visual impairment at the front. Shesterkin saw that all the way. Even no players are in front, no problem. Brind'Amour is going to call his timeout here right now. Talking the players through it. I don't know if anyone's doing a Bill Belichick up there zooming in, giving the play to New York. Fans can see that. I always wondered that. You guys let me know what you think. I'm a conspiracy nut in sports. Not really. I don't think anyone's looking. But when I heard that the Patriots were stealing plays, that was funny. Deflating footballs. How about the Astros manipulating the MLB? That happens. So what you're going to look for here is you're going to look for 5+1. You're going to have 5 in an umbrella formation around the outside. You're going to have one center ice as your bumper guy moving. They might put 2 bumper guys there. But at the end of the day, if you're Carolina, when you have 11 players on the ice right now, you want to make sure you're not looking for cross ice passes. You want short little passes here. I love where all teams are at on the face-off right here. Carolina needs this draw. So does New York. If it's a 50-50 draw, watch Aho push right into the center faceoff dot, bump it right back out to the defender. Not a 50-50 draw, goes right back to New York. Carolina's got to get 2-3 players on that to keep it in. They end up widening the zone back behind the net. Unfortunately, you don't want to make those big, long Hail Mary passes. It's not a power play, and the game is over. No, it is in! He hits it wide! Oh my God, this could be the series! You miss an open net, this could be the series. Unbelievable. Dump in, that's fine. Dump in is fine in this scenario. Too many players to carry it in. You got to hold that. They don't. Is it going to be icing, though? It's not. They waved it off. They had a chance to play it. New York gets a change in. That makes perfect sense. Great job by New York there. Fantastic work. Carolina's got control of the puck. They're going to move it up top. You got to find a way to get this down low, though. You don't want to be playing at the point. Too dangerous at the point. That's how you get picked off. That's how you end up with pucks in the back of your net. Get it down low. There it is. There it is. Told you guys. You don't want to play with it up top. I told you guys. Playing with it up top is not what you want to do. You want to end up getting that down low. It's safer. Beauty backhander in the back of the net. Kook is thrilled. He's thrilled. He's a Rangers guy. Ranger fans, applaud up in the chat. Arms up. Ash, arms up. Big dubs for the Rangers. Tyler Mott totally redeems himself. Love the Rangers goal song too. Well, we're even. Hang your head. You get out coached. We called it. Rangers going to be in this one. Brind'Amour gets out coached by Gallant, changing his lines. Told you. I loved Kopp going to the third line. Give you a little bit of balance back there, but you don't want to play with the puck on your point like that. You guys won't even have to watch my breakdown video after this. I'm going to be talking about defense. I'm going to be talking about playing the puck up top. I'm going to talk about the fact that Carolina should have been playing the puck on the half wall on the power play. And we're going to talk about the fact that the New York Rangers smothering team defense on the back end was incredible. The Canes was too, but not enough offense here for the Canes playing up top. They're going to have to adjust, get that puck down low. Use your three forwards, cycle down low. But we have a series. We had the Canes in 6 in this one, so still on track. 58 seconds left in the game. We'll go back to the chat now. Not much to look at in this game, in my opinion. Mick didn't think the Canes would win this one anyway. Yeah, I agree. I didn't think they were going to get this one. I didn't think it was going to be a sweep. Canes deserve to win it, though. But the deserve to win comment's always interesting, right? Deserve to win based on stats or deserve to win based on scoring goals? Rangers score goals, so they deserve to win. If I'm a Canes fan right now, I'm not upset by this. I think the team played near perfect. They just didn't score enough. Only a 2-1 game. I mean, you beat them in every category you needed to beat them in. I got the Canes in my playoff pool, though. I'd like a goal here. 1 goal is just not enough. I'm getting smoked by the guy that has Edmonton. Snipe says Rangers taking the next one. I'm going to have to think about that one. Not saying you're wrong. I mean, all I can do is give an opinion too, Snipes. So I was very confident in the Rangers in this one. I don't know. Brind'Amour's a good coach. Can make some adjustments next game. Statistically speaking, the Rangers should take it. Carolina struggles on the road for some reason, but that's not like Carolina. Rod Brind'Amour's got to find a way to get his team to win on the road. Actually, I say that he's got to. He doesn't have to. That's a stupid comment by me because he can win every game at home and be fine. See, even I catch myself saying dumb things below, so you can comment all day on my videos when I say stupid things. Called the Carolina Hurricanes the Carolina Panthers the other day. Slavin is always Slavin. Leon Pesci always struggled to say that name. Skype. Oh, that's Skype. Hold on, blind. I can't say that name. SK4PA? I have no idea. Parlez-vous français? Thought about the Canes losing every road game. Very simple to me. The Canes get outline matched. It's that simple. They get outline matched. The defensive team's able to neutralize them because the home team gets last change, and that's a big deal. And Brind'Amour hasn't found a way to balance his lines on the road. If I'm Brind'Amour, I'm changing up my lines. On the road, I want to go ahead and have a couple different looks and combos here. The other thing about the Carolina Hurricanes, they got to find a way to get pucks. Oh, little slash and a fight. Fight skis. Loved it. Loved it. Of course, Lindgren didn't like it. Absolute cheap shot by the Canes. Bear wrestling match. He is pissed. Dirty play, and I love it. I love little chip plays like that. I love Lindgren's response. I love it all. This is playoff hockey at its best. Nothing wrong with this. Oh, they are swearing like sailors at each other. Domi taking message after his dad. He knows what his job is on the fourth line. Gallant's pissed. Yeah. Chirp, chirp. Walk to the bench. He's probably chirping a player on the ice. Believe it or not, coaches chirp players all the time. Everybody's a men in this game. Chirp away. Adults, if there's women on the bench, go for it. Chirp whoever. Good job by Lindgren stepping in for his teammate. Escalate away. Escalate it away. Why not? Domi ends up getting kicked out next game. Not a huge loss for the Canes. He knows what his job is. Turn the series by getting under their skin. Patrick is thrilled. Let's go, Ranger fan. So back to it. Yeah, Rod the Bot is going to have to find a way here. He's going to have to find a way to win on the road if he wants to be successful in the cup run. But, he can technically, he's got home ice advantage the whole way, even next round. So he can technically just keep winning at home. No problem. Typical Carolina, scared of the big moment, scared to take the next step. As soon as the bus leaves North Carolina, these guys fold. Well, don't be that hard on them. I thought they played a perfect game. What are you going to say? If I'm a coach in this room, what are you going to say? What more can your team do? Look at this. They got to score, but what more can they do? They did everything they could do there. Good series, though. Good series. All right. Thank you very much for joining. I very much thank you for all being here. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up on the stream because it's over now. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't on the way out. It's a movie Effing real. Loved it. Thank you so much for everyone being here. We will do this again. I'm not going to do it every game. I got a lot of stuff going on, but pay attention. I usually give you 3 to 4 hours notice before we stream. Join the Discord if you're not in there as well. That's a great way to get a hold of me. I may not be streaming every game, but I'm chatting in every game that I can. So I appreciate everybody being here. It has been wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and make my videos breaking down these last 2 games, Can Barely Talk, and we have another game coming up, so I'm looking forward to the Battle of Alberta. We'll see you all in the comments. We'll see you all in Discord. Love every one of you. We'll catch you in the next one.